No, please don't go sit up there. Please don't go sit up there. Okay? Just stay here. No, no, no. That's not a good place for you. All right? Welcome. Welcome to all the people going to work, getting off work, out of work, on break from work, going to your second work. This is for you. Solidarity, comrades. Glad you could join me on this, what would seem to be a Friday. Let me tell you, this is the show where we don't...
I moved on her like a bitch.
We do not do that here, okay? So this is the show where we don't...
I moved on her like a bitch.
But what we do is...
You don't talk against my newsman like that, or you go to hell.
That's right, RM. RM Brown. Very good comic on YouTube.
Watch me cook on this one.
What's up? Bat height crazy. Bat height. I don't know how to pronounce that. But welcome. Welcome everybody. There's a lot of the news to-dos. So much of the news to-dos. Joe Rogan called MAGA a bunch of dorks. Where is it? I won't even hesitate with this one. Listen to this.
But make America great again, and then it becomes a movement of a bunch of fucking dorks.
Oh, Joe Rogan, please. Hey, listen, Joe Rogan.
Don't be rude.
Watch your language. We're within 1 minute of the. We're within 1 minute of the beginning of this show. You can't speak like that on YouTube, Joe.
But make America great again, and then it becomes a movement of a bunch of fucking dorks.
Oh, how's that feel, MAGA? You called you a bunch of fucking dorks. Holy shit. I also want to establish, everybody, that this show is...
Oh my God! That's dangerous levels of 2 weeks away.
We are dangerous levels of 2 weeks away in this show. That's what we do here. We are dangerous levels of 2 weeks away. And we're going to get to everybody's favorite segment.
You said thank you once?
Have you even said thank you once? Because if you don't know, in the news today, not only has the PS5 gotten more expensive, but Netflix just jacked up their rates. How's everybody enjoy capitalism? Is it awesome yet? Is it awesome yet? So we got a ton of stuff to get to. There's more fun things, but let's listen to Blood for the Brand. This is artist who is a sub too. What's up, Nurse Rod? How you doing? Dorks? You might call them nerds next. Well, Joe Rogan's got to taper the language for, you know, his fan base, because that's essentially what he's doing. This is smoknblondie, a new song of hers called Blood for the Brand. I don't think she's here yet, but you can check her out. Link in the description. Let's listen to some music. We'll get into some news. Everybody stroll in. Take your time. I'm not taking attendance. You could be late. Just show up. You know, kick your feet up, kick your shoes off, put your hoodie over your head, and just relax in the back, and I'll take you through the news of the day. Please stop it, cat. This is a quote from an old hippie. This country with its institutions belongs to the people who inhabit it. Whenever they shall grow weary of the existing government, I'm exhausted of the existing government, they can exercise their constitutional right of amending it or their revolutionary right to dismember or overthrow it. Abe Lincoln, old hippie. How's everybody doing? Oh, by the way, keep a lookout in DC, guys. In DC. This. What's up, Sid? How you doing? Everybody stroll in. Don't worry, nobody's late. I don't take attendance. I don't believe in attendance. I do believe in prosecuting these people to the fullest extent of the tribunals, mostly made of women. What's up, Robert Frug? Grouchy guy. Have a great day, Rob. I always do. Nobody can... you know what, actually, Grouchy guy? Don't tell me what to do. A friend of mine used to say that. You wanna mess with people, make them smile or be confrontational. When someone says, "All right, man, have a great day," you say, "Don't tell me what to do." A friend of mine used to do that. I bit it from her style. Ah!
By the coin, no face, no name, foreign money.
By the way,
same old game.
Iran has beat us in the meme world war. Iran has won. They've won the meme war. If you haven't seen it, it's amazing.
Always him. Blood for the bread. Blood for the bread. Missiles first, morals begin. Blood for the bread. Blood for the bread. Country like a fucking state.
What's up, Primal Screams? Good to see you. Good to see you. Iran is hilarious. What's up, Troll Slayer? We're listening to Smoking Blondie. Yo, Sid, Iran is, think about it. We are like the mecca of comedy, right? Here in America. I would say we have the best comics in the world. All right, that is Smoking Blondie. Blood for the brand. Check her out. Link in the description. What's up, Jess? Obligatory reminder that MAGA is not human. They're human when they start to get tread on, which, you know, the old FAFO. The old FAFO. MAGA is finding out quick. And if you don't know, let me just play this again for you because this is so funny. Joe Rogan, you know him as the leader of the great incel movement. Joe Rogan, the MAGA queen himself, is now starting to distance himself.
I'm down. But make America great again, and then it becomes a movement of a bunch of fucking dorks.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. You thought they were cool before? Oh, wait, pardon me, Joe. You saw the incel movement, and you were like, those are the guys I want to align with. All the red hats. Remember, like 1775, we had an invasion here in the states of Yo-America, and we called them red coats. You saw the red hats, and you were like, yo, those are the guys buying the digital Donald Trump trading cards where he put his head on Rambo's body as a space fireman or whatever. It's literally like toddler-esque fucking art. You know, he's like, I'm a baseball space fireman. Who wouldn't want to buy this digital trading card? Joe, you saw all that, and you were like, that's my crowd. And now you're like, oh, they're a bunch of dorks. I'm sorry. You don't get to distance yourself. You're queen dork of them all.
And then it becomes a movement of a bunch of fucking dorks.
Oh, I'd like you to say that to fucking Donald Trump's face, because, you know, you have his cell phone number. You talk about calling him. Why don't you call Donald Trump and be like, bro, it's all dorks in here, man. It's a bunch of fucking dorks, dude. Can't we get some non-Laura Loomer looking bitches in this piece? I fucking love this, man. These people are finding out real quick. But Joe's trying to do it in like a slick fucking... Let's just play this clip where he's talking to, I don't know, some other white dude. They all look the fucking same to me. I really can't tell these white people apart anymore. Here, let me see if I could find... Do you guys even know what Joe Rogan looks like? Let me see. I don't know if I have any pictures of Joe Rogan. By the way, Iran is totally winning in the meme world war. Did you guys see this video? I can't play it for you because it's just music. And you know what they bit this from? Remember this dude? Anybody remember this dude? 420 Dog or whatever his name was? Dog Throat 420? Remember? He was like skateboarding listening to Fleetwood Mac, having fun, drinking cran raspberry, just on his, skateboard. He was Tony Hawking it up. Yo, Iran took a page out of 420 Dog's book, and they were like, "Oh shit, we could do that too." They are devastating the hog kegs breath meme war. This is unreal, folks. Unreal. And like I was saying, I think like we're supposed to have the funniest people in the world. It looks like we just lost the FIFA World's Funniest Prize to Iran. So disappointing. Joe Rogan, step your game up, I thought Joe Rogan was a comic. But then again, anybody, if you just want to quote a Joe Rogan joke in the chat, go ahead. We don't have much time, so I don't know if you got to go watch a special and try to clip something. Nobody does that. Joe Rogan's not a comic. He's a political grifter. So hold on. Iran won the meme war. What else did they do? Oh, they hacked. Did you see this? Handala hacking group claims it breached the FBI. And then we got all these. Remember, you don't know him personally, so his full name is Cash App Patel. You call him Cash App. You don't know him personally. You address this lady by her first name, Cash App, like a goddamn Bitcoin wallet. Yeah, so Iran has not only hacked the FBI, all the podcasters that are there, Dan Vagina, or did he leave? Cash App Patel. And they say, quote, "Soon you will realize that the FBI's security was nothing more than a joke." Oh, no. Iran, don't get me wrong. I knew it was a joke from day one when they said, "We have all the files," and then the Epstein files don't exist. I knew it was a joke. So you ain't got to convince me, but you go, girl. I said, we're going to start saying you go, girl, more on this show. I just believe in it, Anybody can do that. Anybody.
But I thought that was funny.
Thank you, Aaron Brown. I appreciate you because I can't hear the laughter of the people, so keep looking out for me. Okay, let me see. I don't think that's not Joe Rogan, right? I think that's some guy with a couple fuzzy caterpillars stuck on his head. I wonder if I got a Joe Rogan. Oof. That's one ugly lady. What, did Delta Burke get cancer? Have to go through chemo or something? No, wait a minute. Oh, that is Joe Rogan. Okay, I do have a picture of Joe. Sorry, guys. I thought that was Delta Burke. I was wondering what happened to her. Anybody remember Delta Burke? Now I can play the clip. That is one ugly broad, let me tell you. Listen, I support that lifestyle, but she is one ugly bitch. Why does nobody go on his podcast and say that? Ooh, Delta Burke, what happened to you, man? You're looking at rough shape.
A phrase, "Make America Great Again." I don't care. Then
But
fine.
if that phrase sucks, here's the thing. Like,
This is hilarious, Joe Rogan literally had Donald Trump on his propaganda out. He's the propaganda arm of the United States government. He's a psyop. He's run by Peter Thiel and company. And now what are we? What year? We're in the year of our Lord 2026, and now Joe Rogan's like, that phrase that's been around for like 20 years, kind of weak. It's like, bro, why do you say that to Donald when like Joe? If you're really like if here we go, MAGA. Let me speak to you. Joe's sitting there with his booty cutter shorts and his shirt where he buys. He's like, "Can you shorten the sleeves on all my shirts just so my muscles can stick out?" Your muscles don't mean jack diddly, if that's what the kids are saying. Your muscles don't mean skibbity riz if you can't say things to the fucking people you need to say it to. You know what I mean? Like, bro, this is your podcast where you say MAGA is whatever, dorks, and this is a dumb phrase. Donald Trump's going to hear this. The best thing for you, here's some life advice, Joe, because you're failing upwards. That's the problem with these rich white guys. They keep stumbling into success. Joe, if you had any fucking integrity or what you would call masculinity, when you had the man on who created MAGA and had that cult following, you would have said this to his face. I call you chicken shit. And here's the thing, MAGA. I'm not talking about chicken shit as like, oh, he'll beat you up. Yeah, no shit. What do you think he does 40 hours a day? He eats raw elk testicles or whatever, goes in a sauna and then just lifts weights because again he failed upwards. So I'm in no fight condition, man. I need a sponsor. I need a few months, and then we'll see. But until then, what I qualify as masculinity is being able to say shit that you believe in to the fucking people that you should, you know? Right now, this is like an episode of Gossip Girls. He's on with some other rant. I don't know. Did he find this guy on the street? Who the fuck is this dude? And they're just like, you know what, MAGA is such a stupid thing. They're a bunch of dorks. It's like, bro, do you know the cameras are on? Like, say this behind the scenes or say it to the guy that you got elected's face. Because you're a chicken, Joe. Your muscles can't protect you from fucking words, buddy.
But
Fine.
that phrase sucks.
Say that to Donald. How are you the toughest man in the room when nobody that is affected by what you say is there? You know what I mean? Like, Joe, come on, you're a comic. I thought you were a soothsayer and one of the fucking assassins of comedy. Like, how can you not joke and be like, Donald, come on, make America great again? What is this, a stupid thing? And by the way, all your followers, they're a bunch of, you know, butt for rednecks. You know, like, make it a joke, Joe, if you're a true comedian. You know? Do something like that, Joe.
Here's the thing. Like, first of all,
Here's the thing. I love that. Here's the thing. I'm the leader of MAGA, so let me break it down. Yeah. Disseminate this for the plebes, Joe.
America is great.
Is it Joe? Is it Joe, or is it great for you? You know, with your elk ranch in Austin, with your dude ranch in Austin, where all your guys come over and you're wearing booty cutters like it was goddamn 1999, listening to how's this song go? Come on, baby, shake them daisies. Look at them girls with the Daisy Dukes on. I want you to. Remember that song? I can't play it for you because YouTube's going to give them all my money. Well, actually, YouTube doesn't let me get any money. Anybody else strolling in that remembers that song? Anybody? Look at them girls with the Daisy Dukes on. What was that song called? Daisy Dukes? Maybe it just was. We were very about it in the 90s. Joe went face-to-face calling out Carlos for joke stealing. Gensley report. I was there. I answered the phone when Joe called in. I was on the radio in San Diego, and we had Carlos Mencia on, and Joe called in so angry because Carlos was a joke thief. But turns out, Delta Burke, or whoever this is a joke thief too. Go watch his latest special, like something about ride a boat. I don't know. And then watch Brendan Schwab's special. Joe stole his jokes. So this manly man who likes to call people out and confront people has obviously deteriorated into a husk of elk meat. I don't know. Because he did that because Carlos was chicken shit, you know? Wouldn't stand his ground. Again, guys, great lesson for everybody today. When you're bullied, stand your fucking ground. And that's not my advice. That's good old Abe Lincoln, you know? This is what he's telling you. He's saying, listen, man, if you grow weary of the existing government and they're bullying you, you exercise your constitutional right of amending that government or the revolutionary right to dismember or overthrow it. Bearded hippie Abraham Lincoln, 1861. Don't get mad at me. That's Lincoln talking, man. But Joe has lost his way. By the way, you guys know Melania used to be like a GQ girl. Let's get back to Delta Burke or whoever this is, Joe Rogan. Okay, continue on, Joe. Tell us about the MAGA movement that you were the leader of a couple days ago. I don't know.
Make America greater, I'm down.
Are you? Are you, Joe? Universal health care, $66 minimum wage, 15-hour work week, fucking 5 years paid paternity leave, guaranteed sick time, guaranteed vacation time, get monopolies of corporations out of this shit, nationalize the fucking Wi-Fi, nationalize the oil, nationalize the water, protect our fucking sacred lands. Are you down for any of that, Joe? How do you make it great? Is it making it, I just need, this is where I wish I could go on Joe Rogan's podcast, because I'll go, Joe, can you define great? Does it just mean you get 40 more acres of elk ranch? You know, like, is it like a sauna in every room in your home? Is that what's great for you? Does Peter Thiel come and just make it rain over you and go, Joe, you don't say nothing about the Epstein files anymore, Joe. Joe, stop talking about conspiracies, Joe. Just have my CIA handler in on your podcast and tell everybody that the government's doing stuff on the up and up. You know, well, he's like, here you go, Joe. You like that money, don't you? Shake those little booty cutters. Joe is a cuck for the billionaire class.
But make America great again, and then it becomes a movement of a bunch of fucking dorks.
Pause. I have to pause it here. Then it becomes a movement? I'm sorry, Joe. Do you think Kid Rock is cool? I'm sorry, Joe. I'm trying to follow along here. Who the fucking MAGA was like, God damn, he's in MAGA? Pfft, My Pillow guy's in MAGA? Damn. We lost one of the good ones, guy. Like, who was in MAGA from the get-go? I need somebody to tell me this. Who was in MAGA? Oh, shit, the thing was paused. Why is a dork calling him MAGA Dorks? Listen, if you're trying to figure this out, guys, it's not going to happen. This is what we call the MAGA paradox, where they start to self-reflect and then they accuse it of other things, and you're just like, well, that's just you dummy. But if anybody can help me in the chat, please. Mike the Pillow guy. I like to call him Mike the Pillow Boy because he really doesn't. Kid Rock is great, Rob. Gensley. Yeah, I like your sarcasm because I can understand it. Can anybody help me? Just tell me who was in MAGA from the get-go from 2015 that was like, you were like, well, that's pretty good. Was Rico Suave in it? Was Right Said Fred? Was Millie Orvin it? Was, who was really good? Was Harry Styles? Was Smiley Myris? Was William Ray Myris? Was Hannah Banana? Was, who do the kids like? William Eilish? Were any of these people in MAGA where Joe was like, damn, I got to align with them? Or was it just Kid Rock and Mike the Pillow Boy? Ted Nugent, who I'm pretty sure is like writing songs about fucking girls underage. Like, who is cool? Who? Anybody? Anybody? Exactly. Thank you. No answers because, Joe, what kind of delusional fucking grandeur are you living in where you're like, God damn, man, MAGA used to be so cool. We had Mike the Pillow Boy, and I have an update on him. We'll play that in 1 second because this is too funny. These people are hysterically dangerous in the way that, like, they're just blatant criminals, but it's hilarious in the irony that they're committing against humanity all the time. So anyways, Joe Rogan, again, MAGA, I guess, used to be real cool, when him and Andrew Schultz were the bad boys of MAGA, I guess. And now that Schultzy dropped out and Theo Vaughn was like, hey, man, can you stop using my face in your propaganda? I guess Joe's kind of pedaling back a little bit. He ain't got that same skibbity riz he used to,
Make America great again, and then it becomes a movement of a bunch of fucking dorks.
Bro, you're in MAGA. You know that, right, Joe? I've played the clip of Joe Rogan being like, yeah, Donald Trump's got my cell phone. We talk. We chat like little bitches sometimes. Like, are you kidding me, Joe? Like, so wait. You think because you didn't buy the hat, you're not in MAGA? Okay.
Because a lot of them are dorks.
We know, Joe. We've been saying this the whole fucking time, man. We've been trying to tell you. It's just you got compromised, Your brain is done. Wait, let me say it in a way Joe Rogan can understand this.
Your brain's cooked.
Your brain is cooked. Joe Rogan.
Your brain's cooked.
Yes. And then also,
do you think we're babies?
They do think you're babies. They do, Joe.
A lot of them, these really weird, fucking uninteresting, unintelligent people that have got something they cling to. And there's a lot of people that are just real, genuine patriots. And they're all...
Are there? Who's a genuine patriot? Kid Rock? Who's a genuine patriot? Mike the Pillow Boy?
lumped into this one group and you got to accept the dorks too. Fuck that.
Yeah.
This is so fun. I have more. Hold on. You want to go out? I have more of this former MAGA grifter universe podcast bros now being like, MAGA sucks. And it's so funny because it's like, this is what you ushered in. You know, you see the tides turning. You see how many people despise what's going on. You see how many people are trying to scratch their MAGA bumper stickers off their fucking F950s. And you're like, oh shit, all right. This maybe all this money isn't going to keep me popular. You know, hold on one sec. Hey, buddy, come on. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. There you go, bud. There you go. Holy Jiminy. Holy bajiminy. Hold on. Before I get to the other MAGA thing, you guys wanted to know. You wanted to follow up on Mike the Pillow Boy. Oh, what's up, One Vision? Good to see you. Been in 3 wars, have the medals to prove it. More of a patriot. Well, amen to that, brother. Rob, they take psychedelics and do a podcast. Bruh. They're not normal brain. No. No. Sid, listen. I have a doctorate in psychedelics. And as someone as professional as I would say the ancient shamans in psychedelia, I would say no, that's not psychedelics. That is either Adderall or, the fumes off of Trump's panties. That's what's going on there. Psychedelics, they would be fucking figuring out. Do I have the meme still? I have a great It's Always Sunny meme. I'm not gonna look for it, but they would understand. You know what I mean? Like, psychedelics expand your brain to understand more of things and make you more compassionate and make you less of whatever Joe Rogan is. You know what I mean? Like, less of whatever that just was. Psychedelics make you. So, number one, are you a socialist? Of course. As the great Fred Hampton once said, if you're scared of socialism, you're just scared of yourself. You should look it up. You're on the internet, idiot. You should look up what it means. I know, Fox News told you to just be scared of words, just be terrified of words, and don't look them up and don't understand what they mean. Just trust us, bro. I know you're going on the old just trust us philosophy, but, don't be stupid. You have the internet. Come on, buddy. By the way, do you guys see this? I love Kyle Kulinski. Marco Rubio at a gay phone party in Miami in the 90s. If you don't know, you could follow along with the Marco Rubio story. Hold on, that's not it. Where's the Marco Rubio stuff that I had? Where is the rest of the Rubio Marcos? Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. I don't know where it went. Here it is. Oh, no. That's the Benny Johnson thing. Hold on. I got a bunch in the closet, dudes. I don't know where the Marco Rubio thing is, but this is hilarious. And you could just Google Marco Rubio time in Florida as a youth, and you could read the whole story. By the way, winning, guys. This is probably why Donald Trump lost his endorsed propagandist for the district of Qatar-a-Lago in Florida, because, people are just probably sick of these Epstein elites just having their way with the working class. So rise up. Hold on. I want to get to this dude. By the way, you guys see, I can't play this for you. Again, you got to hit subscribe. You got to hit the notification bell. I can't play this video for you because it's just music. But Iran is winning the meme war. World War meme, they've won. I'm so sorry to break it to you. They're murking it. Look at this. They even did his bruised hand. They did Baal and Satan. They did liar, liar, pants on fire. Oh man, they are going hard with the memes. Anthony, unfortunately, I don't debate people with no avatar and that just ask me to debate, because I'm only trained to debate 20 people at once. You might have seen that show Jubilee. They based it off of my judo of debating. I'm a 18,000th degree debate belt. But I don't, like Ben Shapipi. Let me see. I got a picture of him. He changed his name, I believe. Like Ben Shapipi. I don't try to debate stupid people, because Mark Twain, known as Samuel Clemens in the insider communities, said, if you debate morons, they'll drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. So I don't. Why? Because, I don't know, look around America. What are you debating? Is your whole take like, no, man, these grifters just need our money? Like there's some fucking third world country kid asking for a penny a month. Give me a break. What are you debating on? Why don't you just leave it in the fucking comments, because there's no point. I wouldn't fucking debate this guy. I would go in and go, you're wrong, dude. And you've been wrong. That's my whole fucking point here. You've been listening to these people and the slow polio Rogans for way too long. And we're here, We're in late stage capitalism, where the richest of rich people are like, I think MAG is a bunch of dorks now. What are you gonna fucking debate me on, dude? That you're not dorks? I don't know. Just the fact that you're begging in the comments, I'd say, you already lost? You already lost. You already lost. But here's the great thing, buddy. I don't know what your name is, so I'll just call you Cuck. Here's the great thing, Cuck. You're on YouTube. Go start your own channel, show your face, and espout your beliefs. Right now is prime time for grifting. I mean, people think he's a comic. This is the time. If you're going to grift, let me just give you a heads up. If you're going to grift, now's the time. You got to get in now, because they're on the decline, Like the grift is coming up. Hague, Nuremberg, like all that tribal councils of mostly women that are going to, hopefully hold all of these criminals much, much, much accountable. The grift is almost up, guys. And I got audio on that too. Anyways, I got to find this picture for you. Here, let's put this up while we find the picture. By the way, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit all the buttons. And by the way, you know what I'm pissed about? Somebody stole my idea again. If you're a subscriber, if you hit the like button and the notification bell, you understand that I've been saying forever, the proper news channels would not allow Donald Trump to ramble like he does. I'll play a little clip of it. They would not allow this shit. Where is it? Whoops. Oh, they would not. Where is it? They would not allow this.
But it writes well. I like it. They can't what it is. I don't want to give too much publicity, but they do treat me well, Sharpie. So I came here, they have $1,000 pens. And they said, I'd like to use your pen, but I can't have a gray thing with a big S on it.
So I said last week, this week, every week, I said, if the news isn't your friend. Corporate media is not here to help you or inform you. But I said, if the news wanted to do something proper, what they would do is not play his audio and just read the transcript back. So that way people would have to be like, okay, that kind of sounds stupid. And that was the president, you said? Are you sure? But when he says it, and you hear the laughter and all the fucking people feigning just to be such a great audience for him, MAGA is like duped into it. People are like, oh, wow, tell me more about Sharpie. And it's really a disservice to the public. So I've been saying they should just read the transcripts, and somebody did it. I'm so happy, mad. I'm so mad happy, because realistically, that was my idea. I just didn't have the time to do it. All right, let's get to Mike the Pillow Boy, and we're going to point out how much hypocrisy could be in one video. Ready? Listen close, folks. Listen close. I want to see if you can pick out the hypocrisy.
Into our country, most of them break a law within the first 3 months. Most of them, we're on TV here, please. We're on TV, please. We're on TV, please. Okay, we're on TV, please. We're on TV, please. Okay, we're on TV, please.
What are you serving him with?
We're on TV, please. We're on TV, please.
What are you serving him with?
I'm not accepting it.
What are you trying to serve him? Ma'am,
we're on TV, please.
Yes.
We're on TV, please. Okay.
So, that's Mike the Pillow Boy getting served on live or recorded or whatever. It's probably like his TV channel. Who knows? Did anybody pick out the hilarious hypocrisy? Let me play so just so you know, if you're getting served with a lawsuit, they're alleging you broke some kind of law. Just so you know how it goes. So they're bringing you to court for your illegal behavior, your law-breaking behavior. You don't go to court so they can pat you on the back and give you an award, like Donald Trump just got a new award that Mike Grinder Johnson made up for him. So they don't do that. I don't know if you've ever been to court, but they don't bring you to court and go, we're just here to just celebrate how awesome you've been in society. That's not how it works. Well, for rich people, that's how it works. But I mean, for the rest of us, this is not how it works. So I want you to listen to the beginning of what Mike the Pillow Boy Liar, is that his last name? Liar? Mike the Pillow Boy Liar is saying on DMG. I can't figure out what channel this is, but I'm sure it's going directly to VHS. And the most beautiful thing about Mike is you could see he's wearing a little Jesus cross. And, you know, Jesus to be the one going, they're all committing the fucking crimes, man. You know, Jesus, that famous quote from Jesus, all these goddamn immigrants are coming here and committing the crimes. You know that great quote from everyone's Lord and Savior, Jesus? Mike, continue on.
Into our country, most of them break a law within the first 3 months.
All right, so you know that famous, you know, in the New Testament where they write in red because it was Jesus? I think Mike was just quoting Jesus there, saying, you know, when they come to this country, they're all committing a crime in the first month. Okay, Mike. Okay, Mike. But did you understand the hypocrisy of this? Well, he's saying these people are coming here committing crimes. This lady's serving him with a lawsuit. It doesn't get better than this, man. It really doesn't. I mean, we're living in a dystopian society where capitalist oppressors and the Epstein class are trying to make us all die and not let us have healthcare, and we all got to work 3 jobs and then go to Uber or DoorDash after. But aside from all that, I mean, it's pretty funny, right? Like, where else are you going to have this kind of fucking action on? Is this Disney Plus? I don't know what this is. Is this the Red, White, and Blue Network? Is this the Candy Cane Factory? What? Where the fuck are they? And buddy, if you're on TV, maybe don't have the TV right behind. Listen, what do I know? You know, I'm not on TV. I'm just on YouTube. Hit subscribe and notification bell. Join me every weekday. I'm fighting for you, the working class. Jesus from Nazareth. That's right. Even in the New Testament, they go, you talking about the Nazarene? You talking about that guy? Yeah, I've read the Bible. Thank you. But I think it's hilarious that these Bible thumpers are, you know, preaching preaching the good word about all them goddamn criminals, which maybe they don't understand that Jesus was like hanging out with all the criminals and breaking bread with them and being like, you're forgiven. Anyway, I don't want to get into biblical theory here, but I just think it's very funny that, you know, he was caught saying they're all lawbreakers and then get served with a lawsuit.
Into our country, most of them break a law within the first 3 months.
How long have you been here? Because I'm guessing this must be your first 3 months, Mike the Pillow Boy. And then this lady's like, hi, I'm here to serve you. And he can't do anything because he just you got served. Wasn't that a movie? I think that was a movie. You got served. We used to say that shit in the 2000s, early 2000s, Bush era. You know, we were like, you got served, mission accomplished. It was hot back then. That's what Paris Hilton would say. Wicked stuff, man. Thank you, Captain Blackbird. Captain Blackbird in the dead of night. Oh, Salty Slay's here. Lindell cracked his brain smoking that crack. Oh, man, come on. He's all polished up now. He's got the shield of Jesus to protect him. Hold on, I want to see it. What's up, Shy Pixie? Good to see you. What the hell? Why are you coming at Mike Lindell? Tom, my response to your comment is, what the hell? Why are you protecting Mike Lindell? Brother, every single day you're here in front of a camera. That's right, brother. I'm here well, actually not on weekends, but it shows how much you know. Dingbat. You man bimbo. You mimbo. Pre-scary times? Pre-scary. It's like pre-scary. I like that. Pre-scary times. Pre-scary. I want to take a second to thank God. Even though we live in rough times, he shows us the truth that was hidden in the shadows. He's kind of keeping some of the stuff in the shadow. You know, everybody says Donald Trump was anointed by God, and I have to agree. I know this is shocking. I understand. I know. You're like, wait, what? Explain that. And I'm like, here, let me explain. This man, seen in... I think that's just him. I can't tell anymore. This man seen right here, people say, oh, he's anointed by God. And I say, you're right. God anointed him to bring out all the heathens so he knows who to send to hell. God wanted it simple. When they write the Bible part 2 or New Testament part 2, this time we're serious. This time's it's vengeance. That's what we're brain shopping this New Testament part 2. But when we write New Testament or as Donald Trump called it, 2 New Testament, when we write 2 New Testament, they're going to have a story about how God had to anoint this PDF file to bring all the rats out of the darkness. So you're kind of right, Captain Blackbird in the dead of night. And he wanted a simple way to identify them. God was like, how do we make this easy? How do we, we just want to figure it out. Okay, red hats. So he's just waiting. Once all the red hats come out, boom, New Testament part 2. It's going to be awesome. So listen, when people say he was anointed by God, go, you're goddamn right. And you say that, and you say, you're goddamn right. Quiet, piggy. You tell him, you go, girl. And you say, you know why he was anointed by God? To bring out all the heathens so he can send them all to hell. Oh, you can't get mad at me. You cannot get mad at me, MAGA. You want to know why?
Legalize comedy.
Because we legalize comedy here in America, so suck it, bitches. Anyways, this is some of the best trolling I've ever seen in my life. There is no better trolling than the stuff coming out of Iran right now. Iran's Lego movies are spot on. Dennis Nielsen, listen, if Iran decided to release a Lego movie, I would go see. I don't go to the theaters. I would go. I would save up, because what is it, like $7,000 to get a popcorn now? I would save up and fucking support that shit. If they, you know what Iran should do? They should release a Lego video game. 'Cause I would play this all day. I would play this game all day. You know what I mean? The Constitution is my way. You don't believe in the Constitution? Stop it. Stop it. What's the 14th Amendment? You constitutionalist. You're hilarious. You're adorable. You're adorable. I love people that are like, none of this stuff, it's the Constitution. And what we say? Quiet, piggy. Anyways, this is Ben Shapiro. You might know him by tricking the youth into thinking he's a very smart boy by debating freshmen in college. But I have a theory. I think he's been going to Turkey, because a lot of, like Elon Musk went to Turkey to get hair plants. I think Ben Shapiro went to Turkey to get eyebrow implants. I don't know. I've never known a person that their eyebrows grow more horizontal and vertical. Like, that's insane. This is insane. If I didn't tell you who this was and you didn't know Ben Shapiro, the guy who is a very smart boy because he debates freshmen in college, you know, the people who just graduated high school, just got into college, haven't even fucking taken like Soch 101. They've taken no fucking classes, and Ben's like, let's get there in September before they could learn anything. I gotta dunk on these dorks. If I didn't tell you that was him, wouldn't you think this was like a IRL Muppet? You'd be like, oh damn, are the Muppets doing a movie with CGI where they're making like the Muppets in real life? Because he looks, I told you guys I would find the Muppet where he's just eyebrows. He's like eyebrows this big and a mouth, and that's the whole Muppet. I really got to find that guy. I got to find what his name is. We'll take some time. We'll do that. We'll do that, guys. That's fine. That's fine. We could do that. Hold on. Let's listen to some music.
Wrong boat, wrong day, missile finds flesh. Call it counter knock, I call it death.
Man, I'm kind of bummed because he's a tertiary character in the Muppets. If you know anything about Muppet history, you understand who I'm talking about. But it's not Sam the Eagle. It's not Bert. You know, it's a tertiary. He was like a reporter or something, or he was like guy on the street Muppet. You know, I'm sure he didn't even have a name. Poor guy. Poor Muppet, man. Poor Muppet. I just want to thank MAGA for religiously coming in here like it was a goddamn Joe Rogan show. I thank you guys. Thank you guys. What did Salty say? They look like two caterpillars. They look like two caterpillars on steroids. If I saw caterpillar, actually, if you saw, oh my God, they kind of do look like, look at that. That looks like a hairy slug. That's what that looks like, a hairy slug, right? I wouldn't pick it up though. It's amazing that these people think this is a very serious boy. Socialized healthcare is successful in many other countries. Yup. I don't know. Cuba's been doing awesome, even though they've been suffocated by the US for 60 plus years. So we just do that and don't suffocate. I don't know. I can't. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the lighting on. I don't need lighting. I'm not MAGA. I don't need fucking lighting. Here's the thing, guys. Let me talk to you. You can read books. You know this, right? It's exhausting because, like, I can't read all the books to you, but there are books you can read. You can. God damn it. I got to do it. Whoever is, being stupid in the comments, I want you to pick up Naomi Klein. She's the queen. Her book, The Shock Doctrine. And you can understand how socialism works. But who doesn't like it is the CIA, the United States government, and Milton Friedman. And they have gone out of their way. And you can read it right in the beginning chapters. They have gone out of their way to make sure that it is psyoped and Pinochet into oblivion. Okay? And that's a new verb for you. We're going to call it Pinochet. We're going to say he got the old Pinochet. You know what I mean? And you know what? I'm just going to let Joe Rogan call it like it is. Joe, what do you think? What do you think, Joey Rowie? He's a very strong boy. That's why the males respect him. He is the alpha mom.
Really weird, fucking uninteresting, unintelligent people that have got something they cling to, and there's a lot of people that.
This is hilarious that Joe Rogan's calling MAGA dorks and uninteresting, weird people. Because you understand, that's his audience listening to this. MAGA is listening to Joe Rogan being like, I'm not with you losers anymore, man. You guys are uninteresting. And I would say out of all the slurs Joe Rogan wanted to call them, I would say uninteresting hurts the most. Because I think every human wants to feel a little interesting, Like even Donald Trump, why do you think he was like, I put ketchup on steak? Because he was like, isn't that interesting? Aren't I a saucy boy? And everyone's like, oh, gross, dude. What the fuck's wrong with you? And he's like, oh, not interesting? Okay, I only eat McDonald's. And they were like, oh, gross. Every human wants to be interesting, Not Epstein files interesting. I would say that's not really interesting. Is horrific. So mind you, MAGA. But this is so funny that Joe Rogan is just dogging his audience. But this is par for the course. Remember, I always play this audio for you just because it's hilarious. If you haven't heard this audio, I want you to listen in the background after Donald Trump says the words he says, and I want you to listen to the women going woohoo because they're cheering. And just for a baseline so everybody understands, Donald Trump doesn't like the new radical woke left right here. He hates Antifa, so he hates all your grandparents for fighting in the war against FA. He doesn't like the Democrats. He doesn't like the libtards. He doesn't like the libertarians. He doesn't like his kids. He only likes his daughter, and in that way. So when he says this, that he loves someone, he's talking about the crowd in front of him. So this is very par for the course with Joe Rogan calling MAGA uninteresting dorks.
Educated, I love the poorly educated.
You hear the woo, the clip cuts off, but the women are wooing that he's calling them poorly educated. And then Joe Rogan, I'm sure Joe will get more fans out of bots, whatever they are. Whatever, Eastern Russia is, platforming him with. I'm sure, people will just flock to this. Like, maybe it's like a scorned ex, You know, where Joe Rogan's trying to break up with MAGA. I think this is what's happening. Joe Rogan, this is his official breakup announcement.
But make America great again, and then it becomes a movement of a bunch of fucking dorks. Because a lot of them are dorks. A lot of them, these really weird, fucking uninteresting, unintelligent people that have got something they cling to. And there's a lot of people that are.
No, don't both sides of it. Don't. There's a lot of good people on both sides of it, Joe. Just stick to, this is what I mean. These people are fucking flimsy, man. For all the muscles, you can't fucking stand up straight with the fucking spine in your back, Joe. Don't both sides this. Don't be like, there's a lot of patriots too. Just stick with the MAGA's a lot of dorks, uninteresting, clingy people. Because that's what they are, man. Who else is buying presidential trading cards that are digital? Digital. Oh, you mean something I could go to the website and screenshot and just have? No, let me pay $1,000 for that. Like, these are uninteresting dorks. They made their whole personality MAGA. They don't believe in anything besides what Donald Trump has regurgitated to them. It's the literal fucking definition of a cult. Like, they can't do that. So I just wish Joe Rogan would win both sides of this. But my point, this is Joe Rogan's breakup song. This is his swan song. This is his Rolling in the Deep. Was that a breakup song? No. What's a good breakup song? Let's find out. This is Joe Rogan's. What's a good breakup song? Oh, that came up pretty quick. 12 empowering breakup songs. No, I want to hear about the greatest breakup list ever. You know, MAGA's going to have their box wine. Oh. This is Joe Rogan's We're Never Getting Back Together Taylor Swift ode to the MAGAs. Or it could be Torn by Natalie Imbruglia. I wish I could play that. Nothing compares to, I won't do that to Sinead. Someone Like You. That's what I was thinking about. Adele. Oh, man. No, not Fleet. No, come on. These are bad breakups. So you know what? Fuck you, Bustle or whatever. Breakup songs, 100 best. Let's see what Billboard comes up with. The 100 best. I just want number one. Do not give me number 100. Do not clickbait me into scrolling all the way down the screen, you jerk. Number 4, Kelly Clarkson. Get out of here. Number 1, Dolly Parton. I Will Always Love You. This is absolutely not that. That's not a breakup song. That's a, like, I got broken up with song. You know, this is Joe Rogan's Taylor Swift, We're Never Getting Back Together to You.
Dorks, because a lot of them are dorks. A lot of them, these really weird, fucking uninteresting, unintelligent people that have got something they cling to. And there's a lot of people that are just real, genuine patriots.
Does that sound familiar to anybody? A lot of them are dorks, and there's a lot of them that are good people. He's literally took a page out of Donald Trump's playbook and did the both sides. You know, there's very fine people on both sides of this equation. This is fucking nuts, man. This is why I call him, like, you know, the podcast arm of Donald Trump's MAGA tyrannical regime. Let's get to the next MAGA bot. Some of you may even like this guy. I've seen him, and yeah, his words are correct, but he's a MAGA too. And until I see some goddamn action taken by these hardcore MAGAs that helped elect this garbage, I question it, you know? I question it, man. This dude, what's his name? Sean something. Listen to this shit, man. He's talking about how Donald Trump, by the way, just so you have the baseline, Donald Trump just said he opened up more mines to mine for glyphosate or whatever that cancer chemical is. And RFK's whole thing was against that. So again, Donald Trump makes hypocrites out of everybody. Because you can't do anything within the regime unless Donald Trump, you know, ordains it by God, as MAGA says. But this is funny that this is a guy who, and again, here's my other concern with a lot of the former MAGAs. I'm like, if you were fooled that hard by a guy who openly was like, I don't care about you, I just want your vote. I do not give a shit about you. Oh no, I don't care. Who has grifted everyone. I always say, as a proper leader, you should look at their leadership. When people leave from working for them or working with them, how does that person react? How does the Donald Trump treat his former employees, former people? And Donald Trump is horrible to them, removes their security, talks them, tries to investigate them, tries to criminalize them. So that is just, that in itself, when you have a leader or a boss who, as soon as you walk away from that situation, they can't wait to start gossiping and try to trash your life, that's a major red flag. And just that alone, never mind the Epstein files, but just that alone, that these guys overlooked it, went MAGA, and now are like, I don't get it, man. He said that he cared. They sound like, this is why I don't get how these dudes are thought of as smart people or respected in any aspect. They need to go back to the bottom of the fucking barrel and climb their way back out. And this is the only way I would give them respect. Because these motherfuckers, I'm like, you got duped by this dude, the guy who's his whole thing is a grift? The guy who can't run a charity or university in New York? You're telling me the fraudster tricked you? I don't know. I don't trust anybody who's that stupid. I don't care how low your voice is, but here he is.
Did you see the glyphosate stuff?
I did.
The Make America Healthy Again movement?
Oh, I'm sorry. You thought the guy who went to McDonald's religiously and when invites sports teams to the White House displays McDonald's? Wait, so you thought the McDonald's president cared about... No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Right. Immunity.
Yep.
Hold on.
I did.
The Make America Healthy Again movement?
Right.
Immunity.
Yep.
Because of what? A national security issue? Do you know how many people fucking died of cancer last year? 618,000. That's not a national security concern? You know where the highest concentration of glyphosate is? It's in Iowa. You know where the highest concentration of cancer is?
Iowa.
It's in Iowa.
Yeah.
I love how both these guys look, nah. Don't affect me none. I pay premium to have a doctor live in my house. If these guys, here's the other fraudulent part of this. I don't fucking care for any of this bullshit much, so when I get it, it's clipped, I'm not listening to this bullshit because this is just garbage. This is garbage for your brain, presented by, I don't know, former military, special military boy who is pretending to care. If you cared, you'd be fucking on the front lines for billionaire taxes to pay for our healthcare. If you cared about cancer, you'd be pushing for universal healthcare every day. You don't care. This is your pivot to say, wow, now I need to distance myself. I thought you guys were Make America Healthy Again. Oh no, the Ronald McDonald fucking president isn't about that. I'm sorry, did that surprise you? You two fucking knuckleheads who are grifting off this bullshit while sympathetically pulling in your audience to make them feel bad for you because now you want to back away from MAGA. This is garbage for your brain. Don't respect people like this. Question them.
And you just gave them immunity.
Oh, no shit. What? He gave them immunity? I have bad news for you. He's also pardoning criminals. Oh my goodness. Dude, you can't fucking come on here and no less than fucking young children. You know what I mean? And sitting, they're sitting behind this background where there's, I don't know, a bar with no alcohol in it. It's all water with highlighters squeezed in it so it glows. And then there's military weapons everywhere. What is this? Is this just erotic fan fiction for the MAGAs? I'm pretty sure there's 1, 2, how many American flags? Listen, I got a folded up American flag just like that for my Antifa grandfather. I'm not putting it on a full fucking display to fucking gather sympathy from people. It's over there, respectfully, so my grandfather isn't used as a goddamn prop for MAGA. Fuck you. I'm sorry, but you need to understand what we're dealing with. This is probably pumped into your algorithm, and you're like, wow, what a hero. What a hero this guy is. And I'm like, no, you know who the fucking heroes are? Brian Thompson, United Healthcare CEO, died of fentanyl. I watched the video. Free Luigi. Show me the toxicology if you believe he didn't. I saw him hit the ground. I've lost friends just in that fashion. Died of fentanyl, just like Brian Thompson. May you rest in piss in hell, Brian. May you suffer eternally.
Yeah.
We're calling the fentanyl crisis a national security concern. That's 100,000 people.
Bro, they did that so they could bomb those ships in the Caribbean. I'm getting tired of doing this with grown white men, and they all look the same to me, except their haircuts.
Cancer is 618,000 fucking people.
So here's where, like, they will never have me on the podcast, because I'd be like, wow, rough and tumble, that many deaths from cancer. Well, what do you think about universal health care? Or maybe trying to lift the embargo on Cuba because they have a lung cancer vaccine. I pity the fool. You know, like, why doesn't anybody say that to him? I don't know, instead of this.
In 1 year.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the Joe Rogan fucking podcast space where all the guests can just say, yeah, I totally agree with whatever point you're making. I really don't know if I can test your waters on this. This is if you watch this man, seriously, like, you know, it should come with like a tobacco warning. Joe Rogan, this dude, they should all come with like a tobacco label on their show. Like, this is just entertainment. These are not serious people. If you or your friends hear anyone talking about cancer rates and they don't advocate for universal healthcare all day, just know these are jokes. Like, that's what this shit needs to come with.
And he just gave him immunity.
He's given a lot more people immunity, buddy. Like, the boat has sailed on that shit. If he can make money off it, guess what? They get immunity. They get a pardon. They don't go to jail. I'll play some clips of this if you think I'm lying. Like, it's happening right now. I love how this guy all of a sudden cares about cancer. Okay. Wow, very serious face. I love that. Maybe I should do a show where I just have a serious face and I talk in this tone. And then I'll have 1 million subs. It'll be like, oh, guys, I really care about these glyphosate cancer people. No, you shouldn't have health care, but yeah, really, this is an issue. Dude, you're MAGA. You're MAGA. This is your swan song. You're like, I'm trying to fucking pull the Joe Rogan. I'm trying to pull the old Joe Rogan and slowly break up with MAGA, but they're all psychopaths, so I don't know how to do it. You know, that's what this is. Just so you know, this is whoever this is and Slow Rogan. This is them trying to break up with MAGA, but they understand, like, oh shit, our whole audience is MAGA. We both interviewed Trump. We both got him elected. How do we break up with this loser, uninteresting dork fucking cult? And they don't know how to do it. So, like, this is their, like, I don't know, man. The cancer thing was one line too far for me. It's like, oh, really? Wait till you hear about the Epstein files. And I'm just kidding. I know this guy, like, is into, like, protecting kids, which is also fucking hilarious, because I watched a video where he's like, we're going to get those sons of guns that took all the children. And I'm like, aren't you MAGA? Aren't you MAGA? Aren't you MAGA? Shut up, dude. Come on. Unless this is like a fucking SNL bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love his guest. His guest is the security guy, the white supremacist security guy that quit, and everyone's like, and I'm like, dude, he's a Nazi, he's a Twazi, man. Don't clap for this fucking dude, you know? And this guy's just, his whole part of the podcast is, yep, I agree. Yes, thank you for having me on. Can I sell my book now? Or whatever the fuck he's trying to sell. Maybe he's selling pesticides. He's like, yeah, that sucks. By the way, check out my new Miracle Grow. Great for your plants this spring. May cause cancer.
Yeah, I think your frustration, your anger is felt by a lot of people who voted, who campaigned.
The Epstein files?
Who believed the Epstein files,
What
yeah.
the fuck is that?
Right.
It's the thing that has been following Trump for 40 years. I don't know how old he is. Maybe he's, got that. What's that fucking thing? Maybe he's the Tom Hanks Big, or he's, what's the other one? What was the Robin Williams one? No. Benjamin Button. No. That wouldn't make sense. Yeah. Maybe he's Benjamin Button. Maybe this is Benjamin Button, and he's really 6 years old. I'm only this many, because and the Epstein, bro, there's a long history of Donald Trump being like, I go into women's fucking locker rooms because I bought the pageant. I want to bang my daughter. Like, Donald Trump has, before presidency, before he was running. So you're telling me, when Donald, hold on, this guy. Unless he has Benjamin Buttons, he does not get an excuse. So you're telling me this dude was like, oh yeah, I heard Donald Trump saying, hold on. I heard the fucking audio of Donald Trump talking about assaulting women.
I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there.
So we all heard that, unless again, he's Benjamin Button and, you know, really 6, but looks 600. I don't know. So he heard this.
I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there.
He heard this.
I gotta use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her.
He heard grab them by the see, and he was like, I'm cool with that. You know, I'm fine with that. But these Epstein files? It's like, bro, you were in the military and you can't fucking detect patterns of behavior? What did they teach you? Did they dumb you down? Like, you went to the wrong military, man. You should see what Iran's doing. I'm telling you, bro. If you want to get wiser, I'm just telling you, homie, they are fucking on the ball over there, okay? But anyways, back to Benny Buttons. That's what we'll call him. So he heard Donald Trump doing all that assault talk, and he was like, that's my guy. That's my guy. I run a channel on protecting children, but my guy is the one who's openly and blatantly locker room talking about these children. Because remember, on Howard Stern, he was bragging about there was no age. He had no age limit. And then when he realized what he said, I played the audio for you. Just hit subscribe or whatever. I'm getting exhausted of fucking teaching people this shit. But then, you know, Donald's like, no, my cutoff is 12. And by the way, he was 60 when he said that on the Howard Stern show. And for all you morons that are like, he was on Howard Stern, what you expect? Not every guy that goes on Howard Stern that's 60 is like, I would bang 12-year-olds. Okay? Did I cut that off at the pass, you morons? Tell you what.
Watch me cook on this one.
Thanks, Aaron Brown. I am cooking. But this dude seriously heard all that and then has the balls to say this.
Your anger is felt by a lot of people who vote.
Shut up. No one who voted for this is as mad as the people who were like, guys, do you know what you're doing?
Voted who campaigned.
The Epstein files?
I love the Epstein files. This is the greatest pandering I've ever fucking seen. This is playing your audience. What is better than a fiddle? Playing your audience like a goddamn digital fiddle. I guess that's the next step up in the digital age, you know? This is what this dude is doing. You understand that. He read the room just like Joe Rogan. Well, Joe Rogan's not that bright. So Joe Rogan's just kind of a moron. But this guy read the room and was like, all right. The tide is turning a little bit. I gotta pivot. I gotta pivot. This guy went from interviewing Donald Trump to get him elected, which, what does that say about this dude? What, are you scared of women control? What, are you scared of fucking minority women? What is your fucking major malfunction that you would vote for a raper over, you know, a lady, and then turn around fucking 2 years into it and be like, and the Epstein files? If you listen to this, go hit yourself in the head with a tack hammer, because my God, you should not be fucking breathing our oxygen, man. We should have separate oxygen for you, because I'm guessing they're very shallow breaths, man. This is unreal that these fucking people parade and mask around as serious folks when it's like, you're kidding, right? You just didn't see you had blinders on the whole time. Donald Trump was so amazingly handsome when he winked at you and slapped you on the bottom and told you good game, kid. You know, like, what happened? What happened to you in your fucking life where you were like, yeah, the guy who moves on people like a bitch and grabs them by the, see, because he's famous, is going to be the one to, you know, protect the kids. I really need to know your logic here. And obviously his guests will never question him because, you know, they're on the grift. Anyways, like I said, this guy, let's just play it real quick because I like to rabble. I think we should have more rabble. He's very upset that Donald Trump gave the pesticide companies immunity. He's a very sad boy about this, and he needs his audience to know and like and subscribe and donate to him to be a very sad boy.
Did you see the glyphosate stuff?
Yeah, we did, man. We did.
The Make America Healthy Again movement?
Yeah, bro. Turns out that was fake. Like his university and charity. Turns out. Fool me once, fools on me. Fool me twice. Fool's on me again. Fool me thrice, and probably a MAGA.
Right.
Right.
Immunity.
God, is this what's going around for hotness in the podcasting world? I should get a guest on where I go, all you're going to do is say right. I'm going to say some crazy shit and you're just going to go, right. And we'll wear probably $600 fucking fleece flannels. I don't know.
Immunity.
Immunity.
Because of what? A national security issue? Do you know how many people fucking died of cancer last year?
Rattle it off, buddy. Tell us what your producer told you.
618,000.
Wow.
That's not a national security concern? You know where the highest concentration of glyphosate is? It's in Iowa. Do you know where the highest concentration of cancer is?
Iowa.
It's in Iowa.
Unless this is a commercial for universal healthcare, fuck both these dudes. So anyway, so just to elaborate on what Benjamin Buttons here, because he must be 6 and just looks 50. To elaborate on more of that point of the shock and awe that we're all kind of enduring right now, that Donald Trump gave a corporation immunity? What? The failed CEO in the White House? Please, guys, if you could hit subscribe and the notification bell. We are very sad boys today, me and Ben Buttons. We can't believe it. Maha was a joke. He tricked us, guys. I mean, I didn't vote for any of it. I saw this, I don't know, decades ago. Same reason why his home state of New York doesn't vote for him, because, you know, Donald Trump's a coastal elite that just got all his daddy's money and then moved down to Florida, and now even Florida's not voting for him. But me and Sean, we're very sad boys because Sean was tricked. I wasn't tricked. I'm not a fucking dum-dum. But Sean is a sad boy today. But just, Sean, if I could just borrow one of those Benjamin Button ears so I could play some more audio for you. Let's get into it. Here is Todd Blanche. If you don't know who that is, he is a pumpkin head if I've ever seen one. I'll show you a picture of him. Hold on. I know I got a picture of Toddy. Old hot, they call him Hot Toddy around the office, because he never zippers up his zipper. I think that's like his thing. He goes to work and he's like, anything wrong with my suit, ladies? And they're like, oh, Hot Toddy, your zipper's down again and you're wearing no underwear. And he's like, that's right, baby. Freaky Fridays. And they were like, no, Todd, we said it's casual Fridays. And he's like, that's why I'm not wearing my skibby-dibbies. And they're like, God damn it, Todd. And he's like, who are you going to complain to? We fired all the HR. Now it's a Grok bot that once you complain, it scans your image and fucking presents you in email form to all of the office nude. I don't know. Is that really far-fetched at this point? Have you not read the Epstein files? Like, come on, guys. Come on. Pay attention. All right, this is Hot Toddy, as he's known around the workforce for his never wearing underwear, I'd assume. Prove it, Todd. Prove it. You know, I mean, that's where we're heading with the government. You know, these people doing interviews with no pants or underwear on. And they're like, who are you going to complain to? We own the DOJ, the FBI, the CIA. What are you going to do? I wish they should just do that, you know? Like, no one's going to stop you guys. In fact, the funniest part is if they started doing that, all of the Republicans would just start showing up with no pants and underwear on. They'd be like, what? This is very presidential now. Here's Hot Toddy. He's going to really shock that Sean, was his name Sean something? I don't know what his name is. Sean Buttons? I think his name is Sean Benjamin Buttons.
Afraid that the next administration, if we don't win, we're going to all be investigated and indicted. Think about that. This is not a...
We think about that all... Buddy, here's the thing. We think about that all the time. We all want you to go to prison. If you don't know, Todd Blanche is the guy who lost 34 felony counts for Donald Trump. You remember when he got caught cheating on his wife, the Slovenian whore Melania. He was caught cheating for a third time, right? And Donald Trump had to go to court and he caught 34 felonies. He's the only person with that many felonies walking around a free man. Well, the freest of the free men. And Todd Blanche was his criminal lawyer, and now he's second in command to Pam Blondie. You know her as top cop in America who said the Epstein files don't exist, but they were on my desk a week ago. He is her secretary. He's like secretary of the AG, or are titles relevant anymore? It's all man-made. It's all fucking made up, folks. But just so you know, when we hear him talking about like the fear of everybody who's running grifts right now going to prison. We also heard, you know what? Guys, I want to help you identify patterns, okay? This is very important in life. Because if you can identify patterns, AI won't eat you. I don't know what will happen, but it's just better for your brain. So let's listen to Steve Bannon a few months ago saying something, and then let's listen to criminal lawyer and guy who's probably known as Hot Toddy around the office. But first, Steve Bannon. You know him as the snuffleupagus of the White House. I'm not sure what they call him.
As God is my witness, if we lose the midterms and we lose 2028, some in this room are going to prison, myself included.
Woohoo! Oh, sorry, I forgot. They didn't clap. They were all like, oh shit, we're going to prison? So you heard Steve Bannon. He said if we lose the midterms and the next presidential election, we're going to go to prison, including myself. And I thought that called for a standing ovation. Again, that's a weird crowd, because I would have been standing up cheering, woo, woo, prison, prison, Steve, Steve. So now let's listen to Hot Toddy and his insights on what might happen.
Everybody's afraid that the next administration, if we don't win, we're going to all be investigated and indicted. Think about that. This is not...
We do. We think about it all the time, because you're doing criminal stuff.
A third world country. This is America.
No. What you meant is, this is America, where the rich don't have laws.
And the existing administration is afraid that they're going to get indicted. And why are they afraid? Because that's exactly what happened during the last administration. All of President Trump's cabinet, everybody that worked in the White House, his Secret Service detail had to go to the grand jury.
Had to go to the grand jury? I'm sorry, are they all in prison right now? Todd? Is John Bolton in prison right now? Is Steve Bannon? Well, actually, Steve Bannon did go to prison and then got bailed out by Donald. But Todd, you're trying to tell me that everybody used to work for Trump? I mean, come on. Michael Cohen's doing a goddamn podcast. What was that guy's name? Steve Scacciamucci? Steve Scacciamucci isn't even in prison. Like, bro, come on, man. This is America. We are a third world country. Well, us, the little guys. Oh, good to see you, little Scorpion Queen. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I'm supported by viewers like you. Sardion. What's up, man? I know I haven't seen, I haven't paid attention to this chat, so my bad. Sim Racin's here. What's up? They are all corrupt as fuck. That's right, Happy Shack. I appreciate you, little Scorpion Queen. Oh, I love the people who say, like, no, this is called lawfare. Oh, yeah, that's what this is. Okay, so I was waiting for a comment like that. Like, no, man, it's the next government that's corrupt, not this one. Well, here, just, I have more audio for you just so you understand what's going on, and how they're doing the illegal things. Just like, remember when I showed you the My Pillow boy? Mike Lindell got served with fucking shit. Like, bro, they're running amok because who's going to investigate them? Just like the Epstein files. When Cash App, that's his full name, Cash App Patel said, nah, we're not, there's nothing in there that we could investigate. And Todd Blanche then went on TV and was like, hey, man, it's not a crime to be in a photo with Epstein. And they were like, well, the allegations sound like crimes. And he was like, too bad we can't do anything about it. And they were like, you're second in command fucking cops, man. And he's like, what do you want me to do, man? Peace out. I'm out of here. I'm going to an island for the weekend. So anyways, here's some of this audio so you can understand. This isn't lawfare. I love that. They're already crying. They're already preparing themselves a major cope packet to be like, oh, it's called lawfare and it's a waste of our money. You want to hear what the fuck is a waste of our money? Here.
Something extraordinary just happened in this hearing where Donald Trump Jr., among other insiders within the Trump inner circle, are enriching themselves to the tunes of tens of millions of dollars in various investments they've made in companies that turn around and get massive federal loan guarantees and other decisions from this administration.
Don Jr. becoming an investor in a company that then invests in a startup that had 30 employees and almost no capacity to actually do work, then gets 2/3 of $1 billion contract.
We can't get our
2/3 of $1 billion contract. Do you think that came from Qatar? Where do you think that came from? That government contract? the lawfare guy, if he hasn't fucking tucked tail and ran away to Ben Shapipi's fucking live stream or Joe Rogan's ice bath fucking 24-hour feed. Where do you think these government contracts of $1 billion are coming from? You dummy. That is like, it's a waste of our taxpayer money. No, I want that fucking money back. That comes from our money. When you pay taxes, they go, thank God. Thank God. Fill the coffers. Fill the coffers. These poor fools will tell them it's lawfare. And that's a waste of their money.
Republican colleagues to ask any questions about it. The value of Don Jr.'s investment, by the way, within a few months after that federal loan guarantee went up tenfold. A ranking member, Dexter.
Oh, nothing suspicious there. That's a usual fucking, that's a usual exponential fucking Tony Robbins fucking monumental fucking lift in your investment. My Christ, people.
Made a motion to subpoena Don Jr. and two other of these insiders so that we do some real oversight. Ask some questions. Our Republican colleagues shut it down with a motion to table.
So they won't even let them look into Don Jr.'s investments, which we all know are corrupt. We're all seeing the Donald Trump, great time to buy tweet. And then in the White House, I played the audio for you where he's like, this guy made 900 trillion. This guy made 1 zillion. This guy's a new quote billionaire. It's like, fucking pay attention, man. These people are so sad. What's up with the Joe Love, man? Why do you guys love a guy who would literally fart in your mouth? Literally. And laugh at you. He called you uninteresting dorks. Uninterested. Joe Rogan called you uninterested. This is the funniest shit ever. And then people are in here like, why do you hate Joe Rogan? This is the only time where I'm like, Joe, that was like the funniest thing you've ever did. You called MAGA uninterested. You called your fan. Joe Rogan just called his fans uninteresting. Let me see if I could find a picture of Joe Rogan. There we go. Very surprised boy, Joe Rogan.
Fucking dorks, because a lot of them are dorks. But make America great again, and then it becomes a movement of a bunch of fucking dorks, because a lot of them are dorks. A lot of them, these
are they just dorks or what else, Joe?
Really weird, fucking uninteresting, unintelligent people that have
uninteresting. I didn't even catch the unintelligent. Oh, he's right. I can't believe I'm saying this. Joe Rogan is right. They are uninteresting and unintelligent. My God. But Joe, there's more. Are you staying with me, camera guy? But Joe, there's more. There's more. Now I want to play this for you. This is so funny. Do I have the screenshot of this? This is so funny, and I'm so glad somebody did this. We got to talk about Netflix and the PS5 raising their prices because capitalism does not care if you can eat or live in a house. They just need more, more, more. Where is it? Did I? Maybe I didn't. So I'll just put up something else. We'll just put up this. Here we go. Here is this. This was my idea a few weeks ago, and I've been saying this forever, that people should not allow Donald Trump to just be on camera rambling because that's all he does, and it's painful for everybody else to watch. And what they should do is take this transcript from Donald Trump and just have to read it on the news. Like if you want, from now on, if you want to give any quote from the president, you have to just have a transcript and you have to have somebody read it. And this channel did it.
It's Trump without Trump. You won't have to listen to his voice or see his face. This quote is unedited and 100% accurate. This is from a cabinet meeting on March 26, 2026. These are the words of the President of the United States of America.
So, just before I play this for you, I just want to remind you, Joe Rogan thinks MAGA is uninteresting and unintelligent.
Because a lot of them are dorks. A lot of them, these really weird, fucking uninteresting, unintelligent.
Thank you, Joe. Don't both sides of it. Just stick with that. Just stick with that, buddy, and you're good. Don't both sides of it. Don't very fine people on both sides, Joe. So if you're wondering where MAGA gets it from, they think this is brilliant.
See this pen right here? This pen is an interesting example. It's the same thing. So this pen is very inexpensive, but it writes well. I like it, but I can't have the pen. The way it was, you know what it is. I don't want to give too much publicity, but they do treat me well, Sharpie. So I came here. They have $1,000 pens, and you hand pens out and you're signing and you hand them out and you're handing them with all these people. Sometimes you have 30, 40 people, and they were $1,000 a piece. Beautiful pen, ballpoint, 1,000. It was gold, silver, gorgeous. But I'm handing out to kids that don't even know what it is. What is this, Mommy? It's kids. They're getting a pen for $1,000. They have no idea what it is. And I feel guilty because I'm like, by nature, I don't. It's the government. I love the government. Like, I love myself economically. I want to save money. So I'm saying, this is crazy. And it had another problem. They didn't write well. So I take it out and I sign. And there's
No, at any point, if you're just joining us, are you like, is this some lady telling you what her eight-year-old came home from school said? No, this is a transcript of the president the other day. Not a joke. Here, I have a little clip of it because I'm not playing this whole thing. I listened to this whole thing. It's like 8 minutes long, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting to listen to the president just dementia ramble about a Sharpie.
So I came here, they have $1,000 pens. And they said, I'd like to use your pen, but I can't have a gray thing with a big S on it. Saying Sharpie. As I'm signing it to, he said, I'll paint it black. I said, that's nice. And I could even paint the White House on it.
So those are clips of it because, again, it is long and boring. It's like, I don't have any old people in my life, but just imagine like some old person with dementia telling you a story about a Sharpie. It's about that interesting. So this channel just took the transcript and is reading what the president said. This is word for word the president. It is not this lady's 8-year-old coming home from school telling her about his day with a Sharpie.
No ink. And I got all you people looking, and you're saying there must be something wrong with Trump. And I'm signing, and there's no ink in the pen, and it cost $1,000. And that's when I called the guy. I said, I'd like to use your pen, but I can't have a gray thing with a big S on it saying Sharpie as I'm signing a $1 trillion airplane contract to buy brand new fighter jets, brand new B-2 bombers, of what you just ordered plenty. I can't do that with the press, use your pen, but I like the pen the best. But I'll sign it. I could do like Biden did, give it to somebody else to sign, or an auto pen, or maybe sign it separately in another room, but I can't use your pen. He said, well, I could make it nicer. So what can you do? He said, I'll paint it black. I said, that's nice. And I could even paint the White House on it, sir, if you like, in gold. Almost real gold. Not bad. And I could even do your signature, sir. And by the way, this was not staged. I just saw the pen sitting there. I thought, this is an example of how $25 million spent by me at the Federal Reserve Building would be a better job than $4 billion that they're spending. Donald J. Trump.
Oh my God. I get lost in that because when you forget that that's actually the president with dementia talking, who's in the Epstein files and part of the Epstein class and just pervert all around. When you kind of get lost in just the words of it, you're like, who is this little guy? What an adorable day he had. He's telling you about the pen, and that's very nice. And it would be nice if you made the pen gray to black. And, and you're just kind of like, you're lost in the like amnesia of it all. And you're just kind of like, oh, this is adorable. And then you remember, oh no, shit, this is the president at a cabinet meeting. And you're like, we're fucked, man. And Joe Rogan's wondering why MAGA is unintelligent and fucking uninteresting. I don't know. Did anybody find that Sharpie ramble very interesting and wanting more? Outside of the hilarious factor that it's the president. Madame President, as I call her. Anybody find that super interesting? Hard to listen to that rambling about some sort of pen. What's up, Dusty? Good to see you. I've talked to crackheads who made more sense. That's nice, Donnie. We're so cooked. Okay, so nobody's asking for chapter 2 of the Sharpie pen that cost $1,000. Okay, and now that we've established that, Joe, here's the thing. MAGA is uninteresting, like you say, because that's what they're looking up to, man. A guy who just needs to be fed. You know, he feeds himself with humans' attention. That's how he gets so rump, so plump, but not jolly. You know, usually think of portly men as a jolly folk, and he's not.
Fucking dorks, because a lot of them are greater. I'm down. But make America great again, and then it becomes a movement of a bunch of fucking dorks, because a lot of them are dorks. A lot of them, these really weird, fucking uninteresting, unintelligent people that have got something they cling to, and yet.
God, Joe, those are your fans, buddy. Those are like your diehards, buddy. Bud, oh my God, Joe. Oh shit, is this the pen talk? Did I pull it up? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, no. Okay. I was gonna say, what am I, crazy? I would never do that to you. Hold on. I want to show you that we're gonna get to some news. Don't worry. I have the news for you. I have the news. See? I have the news. Guys, this is horrific. And you know who's the biggest gamers in the world? MAGA. They didn't call them incels for nothing, man. You can't involuntarily be celibate without video games. Sorry, not going to happen. Not going to happen. And the prices, my Christ. I mean, you'd think at a time like this, these corporations would be like, man, these people are having it rough. Let's give them a discount. Nope. They're giving you a pro count. What's the opposite of discount? Oh, that's it. They're greed-flating. Because Donald Trump. And this is my segment called...
said thank you once?
Have you even said thank you once? This is my segment called...
You said thank you once?
Have you even said thank you once? Have you? Don't worry, it gets worse. Donald Trump's putting his signature on the $100 bill because that's all we need is a PDF file to write on our money now. Great. But don't worry, guys. Don't worry. MAGA, you're not going to see a $100 bill for a long time. Here's the story I wanted to get to. Dosh Boohamel. I don't really know who this is. He's a celebrity, I guess. I don't know. I don't care. Thinks celebrities should stay silent on politics. Why would I alienate half my audience? Entertainment, whatever you are. Weekly, tonight, right now. Entertainment on the web. I need to fix this for you. This should say Josh Duhamels thinks he should stay quiet because he's MAGA. And why would he not want to keep working? That's what the title should say. And I didn't even need to read the story, but I did. And then I went, oh, where did he say this? On Megyn Kelly's podcast? I wonder why he'd want to stay quiet. And then I'd like to show you what it's like to have a backbone. This is Elizabeth Banks, a very funny lady. You know her from the movies and that other movie. You know her from all the movies. Elizabeth Banks, go ahead. She talks about the SAVE Act and breaks it down real easy for you.
Guys, the SAVE Act? Stop it. You gotta stop it. Stop it. It's not gonna hurt anybody. Stop it. Look it, I'm gonna show you who it hurts. So this is my birth certificate. I actually have 2 copies. They are so old. I was born in Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Elizabeth Banks was born in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. That's kind of cool. She's a masshole. I love it.
These are from the city of Pittsfield, office of the city clerk. They say...
So she's holding her 2 birth certificates, which MAGA's probably like, legal, get her out, or whatever. I don't know.
Hey, Elizabeth Mitchell.
Elizabeth Mitchell, that's crazy. You probably thought she was actually Elizabeth Banks. She's not.
Because that was my birth name, Elizabeth Mitchell. So like millions and millions and millions and millions of women, I changed my name, but not through marriage. I changed it to my professional name, Elizabeth Banks. Here's my California driver's license, which says Elizabeth Banks, obviously, because that's the name that I go by, and I had to legally change my name. Can I tell you something? I'm not even sure which state I legally changed my name in. I think it was New York, it might have been California. The point is, it was 27 years ago that happened. And I would have to go find that paperwork to, I guess, show someone why these 2 things don't match. But here's the thing, they just don't match, and they're never gonna match. And they're not gonna match for a lot of people. Oh, but Elizabeth, you have a passport. You're right, I'm rich and famous, I have a passport. That's right, I travel. How many millions of Americans do not have a passport? Passports cost $100 and something to get. That is a poll tax. It's unconstitutional. We are not going to require people to go get a passport to vote. This is a right enshrined in the Constitution. Stop making it harder for people to vote. Start making it easier. We know who benefits and who doesn't. Stop it.
Thank you, Elizabeth Banks. Fellow masshole. Love her. She's very, very, very funny. If you haven't seen her in 30 Rock, you've probably seen her in a movie, because she does those. So while I have the contrast of Josh Duhamel, whatever his name is, he really thinks Elizabeth should stay quiet because, you know, women not being able to vote because they can't have a passport match their birth certificate, match their ID, and going through all that trouble and making sure you have an extra $200 where people can't even afford to fill their tank right now is just something you should stay quiet on so he can make some more money. Why would he want to alienate half of his, not audience, but employers? You know, why would he want to come out with a red MAGA hat on, say, I hate women, and I think you all shouldn't be able to vote? Why would he want to do that when he could just stay quiet in the background, I'm assuming, of all the movies he's in? Because what the fuck does this guy do again? But Elizabeth Banks, I suggest your next video is calling Josh Duhamel a queef. That's it. Just come on, just go, Josh, you're a queef. You're going to keep your mouth shut? That's political, bitch. So, you know, everything's politics. If you're new here, I teach everybody that. When they go, don't talk politics, that's because Josh Duhamel just wants to make some money, y'all, and his white skin gave him the privilege to not be affected by this, because unless he changed his name. Did anybody know of Josh Duhamel? I don't know. With a name like that, I'd say it sucks pretty hard. He didn't change it to, like, Josh Thunderstruck, you know? So I'd say that's probably his real and very stupid name. So it doesn't affect him. So why would he give a fuck? You know, the women in life, he could just go, oh, looks like you can't vote. What a piece of garbage. You know what I mean? And that's why I support Elizabeth Banks calling him a queef. I don't know if that will happen, but we should start an online campaign. So yeah, when you hear people say this, just know their motives. Their motives are to keep you from fucking having a say, which is, I guess, very American for rich white guys. What else do we got here? Oh yeah, here we go. I told you I got more news. Netflix raising their prices up by 12.5%. And you're like, but Ted Sarandos can only go to the island once every 2 weeks. Ted Sarandos needs more money. Let's dive in, folks. Their last price hike, Netflix, again, was just a wee time ago in January last year. So long ago. How are they going to survive if they don't raise their prices again? How will the rich afford that 14th villa in Ibiza? How will they avoid prosecution when the people come for them without those private planes with a mini private yacht in it so it can just drop it into the ocean and they can go right into the Mediterranean? All power to the orcas. So they're raising their prices, which is fun because when you know, if you can read, I guess it's not fun. I guess what's terrifying is, where is it? Is it down here? Hold on. Once you can read this shit. Netflix was expected to raise price. Where's the money? Oh, I can't read it because it's up here. God damn you guys. In most recent earnings, Netflix said its 2025 net income was around $11 billion. Up from 8.7. So I know this is the hard-hitting news that really is, you need an economist to come in and break this shit down, right? So when they say their net income, what they earned overall after not paying taxes or paying their workers enough was $11 billion, which was greater than the year before. Company not in trouble, making billions of dollars. And how do they reward their loyal servants? By raising your prices. Corporations are not your friends. Corporations are not your friends. I don't know how to spell it out any clearer. They're like, oh no, we're making a shit ton of money, but you know what? Price gouge. Price gouge. Do you understand what that says, right? And they like put it right in the beginning. They put it right in the beginning. They were like, we need more revenue. They're not struggling. They're not facing hard times. They don't know what egg costs. They don't care about gasoline. They made 11 billion, up from 8.7. You guys understand this is a class war, right? This is the classroom for the class war. The Church of the Free People's Union. So get ready to not ever see Netflix again, because no one's going to be able to afford it. They're like, do I pay rent or do I keep Netflix? Well, I guess I need a place to watch the Netflix. Nah, I could just live in a tent. This is going great, folks. Welcome, comrade. Bounce House, I appreciate you subscribing and supporting the channel. I'm supported by viewers like you. Much love, all power to the people. Appreciate you, Bounce House. Hill Country Conservatives in here again? I didn't even see him sneak in, but goddamn, these MAGAs are here every damn day. Every damn day. I'm heading to work. Everyone that reads this, I hope you have a blessed day and everything works in your favor. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you, Hayden. I wish you weren't heading to work and you were heading to Ibiza to kick sand in Ted Sarandos's vagina. Anyways, who cares? People need to quit. See, Junior, you're named that after your brain because you have a junior brain. When you say stuff like, who cares? People need to quit watching TV anyways. You're missing the point. You think this is isolated to TV? Is that what you think? You're fucking adorable. You're adorable. You are so adorable. Actually, not really, but you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to say that so you could feel special. Let me get to the other thing where old adorable guy who says generic comment. Maybe Ben Shapiro should debate you. You seem like a worthy foe. Who cares? You should stop watching TV. Who cares if corporations are gouging us? You should just not watch the TV. Okay. Walmart's CEO is bragging that Sparky, the company's in-app AI agent, is leading people to spend 35% more. He told investors that Sparky gives them a better ability to understand their customers. This comes as Walmart patents tech allows for more dynamic pricing. And I played this audio for the other day. That's why you need to, this is kind of like a saga. This is like a trilogy, if trilogy meant keeps going every single weekday, so hit subscribe. When I played this for you, there was a video of a guy in Walmart. Now they have all the digital price tags that are just tracking your phone. So when you said, hey, honey, do you think these cups need to be replaced at home? And Walmart was listening through Palantir. And you went to Walmart, they tracked your phone in there. And all of a sudden, and this guy caught it in real time on a camera. I played the video for you. And the cup went from 188 to 218 or 198 to 218. So they're going to price gouge you just because they can. So when you go, who cares about Netflix price gouging you just because they can, stop watching TV, you don't understand how stupid you sound. And that this isn't an isolated incident, but this is the system at play. Capitalism strives to extract all of your fucking wealth. They're not done when you're poor and fucking criminalized as a homeless person. They're not done. They're looking for more. That's why my theory is we pass around a big cup. Every neighborhood, you get the cup, and I pass it to the neighbors until it gets to your house. And we all just put our money in, and we just give it to the rich people. And we go, well, you have all our money. Are you happy? Are you happy? And they'll go, no, because greed is a disease, and I just can't get enough. And then we'll go, what do you need? And they'll go, your souls. But good try, Junior Brain. I'm guessing that's why you have the title Junior, because your brain is like fucking Disney Junior over here. Don't try to understand stuff, Maybe just take a break, go do your crayons, make sure your shoes are Velcroed. I can't tolerate this shit, man. Like, that is the stupidity that we're up against, folks. And how do you combat it? You get stupid. No. We don't do that. We don't Joe Rogan it. We educate. By the way, did you guys see Handala, if I'm pronouncing that correct, is the Iranian hacker group, and they breached Cash App Patel's emails. Look at these emails. I mean, look at these photos. What a tool. What a fucking pick-me bitch. Holy shit. This is your FBI director, by the way. Oh my Christ. This is your FBI director. This is your first lady of the night, or whatever she is. This is a joke. This is like a fucking, oh my God. This is like a bad reality show. Oh, God. Oh, God. Anyways, I got some more audio for you. If you thought, you know how, like, hold on. I got to set this up the proper way. You know how this very strong boy thought Donald Trump cared about him? And now he's like, MAGA's a bunch of dorks. They're really uninteresting. I hate it here. And then this really smart boy, he's like, Maha isn't healthy at all. And this very smart boy is very mad about the cancer and Donald Trump making immunity for the corporations that are causing it. And this very smart boy on his podcast was like, I can't believe it. The Ronald McDonald president is not healthy. You know, like all these very smart boys that everybody, all the other smart, wannabe smart boys look up to, are very shocked that the smartest of the boys, the smartest Sharpie speaker boy in the White House doesn't give a fuck. But here, let me just, you know, if you just have eyes and ears and can comprehend poorly even, you'll understand when I play this clip for you that he don't care. He don't care. You're going to suffer. The Gilded Age was a time where robber barons and corrupt politicians ruined America.
I think it is alarming that we have not been able to see or hear from any of the Iranian people.
By the way, this is Fox News. Do I have a photo of this? Probably not, because, you know, what's the point of showing you Fox News? They all regurgitate the same stuff. All of them. I'll just put this on the screen. This is Fox News, the 5. You know, Greg Gutbutt, Jessica Walters, blonde lady, and probably other lady. 5. Let's see, and then probably other grumpy man. I think that's the 5. And when their powers combined, be careful because it's stupid contagious. But let me play this again, because this is Fox News asking this.
I think it is alarming that we have not been able to see or hear from any of the Iranian people. And I imagine that is because their internet is shut down. And I think there is some general worry about them. Obviously, their government treats them terribly and killed tens of thousands of them in January.
Now, notice how she said, obviously, their government treats them terribly. And then I want you to hear the president, who, you know, is your government, not my government, what his answer is.
Do you, again, like Kaylee, I would never ask you to tell us something that is classified, but do you have any insight as to how they are doing? Do they have drinking water? Do they have food?
Right, I do.
It's upsetting.
I do. But first, you remember when we had lunch years ago in the base of Trump Tower when it was a brand new building?
That's a long time ago, yes.
A long time ago, and you haven't changed.
Oh.
You have not changed. Now, I'm not allowed to say this. It's the end of my political career, but you may be even better looking, okay? So I don't know what you're doing. But I will not say that. I will not say that because that will end my political career. You're not allowed to say.
I'm pretty sure you can say that if you're saying you can grab him by the pussy, or I move on her like a bitch, or I'm going to throw on Tic Tacs and then just start molesting her, or whatever he said. I love how he plays this up. And I didn't know Kelly McElroy. Kelly McElroy. Remember, she used to be a mouthpiece for him. She's found a great home on Fox News. That's good for her. Because remember earlier when Todd Blanche said everybody in Trump's last presidency was in prison? No, it turns out he just didn't watch Fox News The 5. That's Kaylee McElroy. Macadoodle. Kelly Macadoodle, I think is her name. It's all irrelevant. These are interchangeable blonde bitches that, you know, just stump for Donald Trump. They love sniffing the panties of Trump. And Greg Gutfield, you look like you're shrinking. Anyways, you think Donald Trump gives a rip about you? He was just asked about something very serious. He's like, anyways, let me just say this. This is going to really end my career, but you was smoking hot. Smoking hot. A little too old for me, but good looking broad right there. And everybody just laughs. Everybody just laughs because none of this is serious. Anyways, Donald Trump got a new award. Thank you for subscribing, Don Peloton Patriot. Appreciate you. Appreciate you subscribing. That's what you can do if you want to support the channel. Solidarity to all my comrades who do support the channel. And you can do it for free too. Share this with people that might need to hear this knowledge, this wisdom that I've gained over centuries and centuries and centuries of taking hallucinogens to bring you the ancient shaman wisdom that I that I proceed to bless you with. I'm not a patriot. Okay, that's fine. Patriot in the broad sense of somebody who loves something that they'll stand for. There we go. We are the same. I want to play this for you, but I gotta pull up the thingy because you gotta see Mike Grinder Johnson. Mike Gina. That's what I gotta call him. Mike Gina. I'm gonna call him Mike Gina Johnson. Old Mike Gina. Where's Mike Gina? Here's Mike Gina. You know Mike Gina. Mike Gina. And this is Jen Psaki. She used to work for Donald Biden, because they're all the same person. All these people hate us and just want us to not have healthcare and die. But she used to work for Donald Biden, and now she does news like so many of these people.
There's so much suspense with so many worthy nominees in the running. We finally know the answer because the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, has...
Pardon me, it's Mike Gina Johnson. His full name, I believe. I'd like to see his birth certificate. Remember when Donald Trump did the birther movement? They were like, show us your birth certificate. Let's just start doing that. His real name is Mike Gina Johnson. Show us your birth certificate. Prove that it's not. Prove it, man. I don't believe it. Really? Your parents just named you Mike? I don't think so. I think the full name is Mike Gina, middle name Grinder, last name Johnson. It's a very appropriate, very flamboyant, very gay baity name. You know what I mean? Mike Gina. Go on, Jen.
Has just announced the winner of the inaugural America First Award.
A winner of the inaugural America First Award. I'm old enough to remember, guys, pay attention. I'm old enough to remember when MAGA and Joe Rogan were all complaining about participation trophies. You know, oh, everybody needs an award. And I was like, you're right. Why are we erecting statues of the Confederates in the South? Didn't they lose the war? That seems like a war participation trophy. Why, if you win if you don't win the Nobel Peace Prize, why does FIFA have to create one for you? That seems like a participation trophy. So interesting. They created the America First Award. I wonder who won. I wonder who won. This couldn't be more panty sniffing by Mike Gina, could it be?
The president has done so much for the American people, and we want to honor him in some small way, some token of our appreciation for his
show him your vagina
leadership. And so tonight we have created a new award. We're going to do.
That's got to be embarrassing. I hope the president wasn't there because tonight we just made this shit up, man. Tonight we gotta really stroke the ego of this one, so we're just making stuff up. We printed out a great certificate, and you get a free fucking appetizer at Applebee's. Welcome. Listen to this shit. This is embarrassing, man. Hey, man, we wanted to just thank the president for really oppressing the people and, you know, hurting women and children. So we just made up an award. Make him happy, boy.
And we want to honor him in some small way, some
token of our appreciation.
Token of our appreciation.
Then show him your vagina, Mike. That would make him happy.
For his leadership. And so tonight we have created
famous last words. You know all the monumental prize winners throughout history. Yeah, tonight we just on the fly, we were like, listen, the president's in a bad mood. What can we do? Hey, you still got that printer over there? Print up a certificate that says you are the first America First presidential award winner. I can't wait till next year. This is going to be bigger than the fucking Oscars, man.
A new award. We're going to do something we've never done before.
Yeah, that's what new means, you fucking moron.
We're going to honor him with a new award that we'll present annually from this point forward.
I can't wait till next year. Everybody set your calendars for March. We're all going to tune in live to the America First Award Show, hosted by none other than Kid Rock. Special go-go dancer, Mike Gina.
But he is the suitable and fitting recipient of the first ever America First Award.
Guys, I would have loved to have been in the fucking brainstorm for this. But like, we should, if we're going to give him the first one, we shouldn't call it America First, because you're going to be saying the first America First Award, and it's just getting confusing. Could we just call it the American Heroic Award? What fucking dodo birds, man.
Award. We can think of no better title for what that is. That's this beautiful golden statue here.
They made a golden calf for Donald Trump, and they said you all must worship it. That's Old Testament shit, man.
Guys, there is even a golden statue. You can't.
This is so funny. Do you know any 70-year-old who is such a pick-me for awards? Like, the dude is just pathetic. Oh, you almost, no, you don't feel bad for him. You remember that we are a dangerous level of 2 weeks away.
Years ago. My God! That's dangerous levels of 2 weeks away.
Dangerous levels of 2 weeks away. And I would just ask you, today, have you
said thank you once?
Have you even said thank you once for him winning this award? Solus, what's up, man? They're really stroking his ego with this one. I mean, when you have the first recipient of the America First Award, the first time ever. Oh, Blondie's here. What's up, Blondie? What's up, Blondie? We played your new song. What are they called? Blood for the Brand earlier today. Smoking Blondie's here, right there, in the chat. In the chat. Hold on, let me play some Smoking Blondie for y'all, because this is a good... did I say y'all slap? By the way, Smoking Blondie has 48 subs. Let's get that number up, please. She's right there in the chat. I'll link to her in the description. Go and sub to her, please. I've been well, man. How you been? Yo, new Fortnite chapter when you get some time. I know, it's been hectic. Everybody's working 14 jobs, and then you got a DoorDash after, so you can save up for once a month you get egg. But yo, hit me up, Souls. Let's connect, man. I hope you've been well. Are you still... We got to just connect. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Play Smoking Blondie's thing. By the way, guys, we have officially... I'm declaring it. We have lost the meme war. Iran has won. Hit that like, get it to 200. Thank you, Frankenberry.
Call it counter knock, I call it death. Fishermen bleeding, daylight, sea goes quiet, nobody tried. No charges filed, no flag at half mast. Just another oops, buried in the past.
Steffelson, thank you for the 199 super chat. I'm supported by the comrades that are members, part of the Vanguard, and super chatting. Thank you. Subscribe to Smoking Blondie for more music. She has a lot of music on there. Oh, Charlie Kelly, what's up? Smoking Blondie. Let's prove your point right now. In meme form.
Talking kidnaps like it's on demand. Snatch Modero, chest out, lobby down. Sovereign lines crossed with a cowboy grin. If it fails, deny. Wasn't him. No Congress vote, no war declared. Just vibes and violence exported everywhere. Strong men cosplay empire least. Mercenaries cheap when the law is deceived.
Ooh, build birdhouses, not bombs. Thank you. I just still can't get over. People voted for a fake rich guy and thought he was going to help them. It's so funny to me. I know we're in devastating times, but like, you know, this is why education is important, folks. We should teach a whole class on grifting. We'll call it the Trump Family 101. Because these people are fucking criminals. Criminals, okay?
Brand again, and then it becomes a movement of a bunch of fucking dorks. Because a lot of them are dorks. A lot of them, these really weird, fucking uninteresting, unintelligent people that have got something they cling to, and there's a lot of people that are just real genuine patriots.
Don't both sides of Joe.
Time to send them troll boys.
That is smoknblondie. She's here in the comments. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Blood from the brain. All right, guys. What else do we got to get to? What else do we got to get to besides our segment?
You said thank you once.
Have you even said thank you once? Joe Rogan hates MAGA. Oh, this is rich. If you're into indulgent, hilarious, grifter podcasters, that's kind of today's episode. We went through Benjamin Button, Joe Rogan, and now this is Benny I Like Johnson. Benny I Like Johnson. I believe that was his nickname in college. This is Benny I Like Johnson. Okay? He's a very much about the Johnson. Everybody remember Big Johnson t-shirts? Those were a thing in the 90s. Anyways, Benny I Like Johnson says he's going to outbreed the left. And just so you know, I want to give you a little background. There's been a lot of rumors that Benny I Like Johnson has been in the closet forever. And people online have, speculated, made the allegations, which, listen, if you weren't a hate-mongering grifter of the podcast sort, maybe we go a little bit easier, but fuck you, dude. And here's one person that said, I made out with Benny Johnson in an empty dressing room at a BuzzFeed holiday party in 2013. It still haunts me to this day. Anyway, it's really funny that he's done literally everything but come out of the closet. Men will literally become traitors to the country rather than go to therapy. And this was a comment back in 2024 when Ben, the I Like Johnson, and Tim, Above Ground Pool, said they were victims of taking Russian money. I'm sorry, but if you get your news from Ben I Like Johnson or Tim Above Ground Pool after they admitted, like, oh, Russia tricked us. We took hundreds of thousands of dollars from Russia. Whoops. And you don't think they're compromised in any way? Like, duct tape your eyes closed because you're not using them. You're not using it. Actually, just duct tape all around your head. The ears, the eyes, the mouth, because, it would help the world. But here's Benny I Like Johnson. Hold on, let me bring this back up. Here's Benny I Like Johnson. I'm guessing that's his name. I've never seen his birth certificate. Ben, show your birth certificate. Prove your middle name isn't I Like. Ben I Like Johnson. Nobody knew Cash App Patel name was Cash App. I've been saying this for a year and a half now. Like, you have to call him Cash App. You don't know him. Just like William Eilish. You can't call her Billy. You don't know her. You dress her by her full name, William Eilish. So here is Benny. I'm guessing that definitely is his first name, Benny I Like Johnson.
Said my number one priority is having children and starting a family. That is the culture war right there. That.
By the way, if anybody ever tells you like Benny I Like Johnson and Tim Above Ground Pool that there's a culture war going on, you've lost the plot. While they tell you this, PlayStation raises its prices, Netflix raises its prices, Walmart does dynamic pricing, which is just the slick way to say price gouging you because we're tracking all of your shit for, essentials, things you need to fucking live. So there's no culture war, folks. This is a class war, and there's only like 1,000 of them. There's only 1,000 of these rich pieces, and then they have these millionaire mouthpieces that are trying to spread this propaganda of it being a culture war. But let's let in the closet Benny I Like Johnson continue.
Is the victory, ladies and gentlemen. Because the left, we're gonna just outbreed them. Can I get a witness? Can I get an amen?
We're just gonna outbreed them. Did you hear that?
Ladies and gentlemen. Because the left, we're gonna just outbreed them. Can I get a witness? Can I get an amen? We're just gonna outbreed the left. You ever met a lib? They're hit.
You ever met a lib? They're hideous. Outside of the fact that I would just like to give the young men in the audience advice that if you say any shit like this in public, we're going to outbreed someone, you're addressing the female species as cattle. And they're not going to breed with you, number one. So outside of just being ridiculously sexist, ridiculously, this is insane because, you know, guys with what the kids call skibbity riz don't speak like that. I don't know. You ever been out with the boys and the slickest of you, let's call him Harriet Styles? Your buddy Harriet Styles is out. And all the ladies love Harriet Styles because he wears them skinny jeans and he's got the skibbity riz. He's not walking into a bar being like, we're just going to outbreed everybody, bitches. Or if he does, you know, he's not getting any that night. But somehow they've grifted your mind into thinking this is how big alpha boys talk. Like, this is a dude in the closet, which is also hilarious. I'm sure you're going to outbreed him, buddy. You keep trying to have somebody else get your wife pregnant. But you know what I mean? Like, my advice to the youth is like, guys, don't treat women the way these grifters do. Because they don't care. You know, their wives are tied to them through fucking not getting or getting a prenup, so they can't leave, or like you saw Steven Crowder's, where they're just in these abusive relationships. So these aren't like happily married women. I would say they're more like hostages. I don't know what you call it, but you know what I mean. Like, these ladies didn't fall in love. You seen any of the photos with them? Did you see the president's first lady of the night, Slovenia Melania? You ever seen her hold his hand? You ever seen them kiss or dance or anything? They're hardly even together. It's probably because he cheated on her with Stormy Daniels like he did with all of his wives. Not all with Stormy Daniels, but he cheats on all of them. But other than that, and he cheats on them with children, if you've read the Epstein files. It's really remarkable that this is like taken as like a thing to say in a society, you know, because this isn't serious. This man, just look at how he's like, yay, we're gonna outbreed him, boys. It's like, with what, your vagina? What are you talking about, Benson?
Ladies and gentlemen, because the left, we're gonna just outbreed them.
I don't think, bro, unless you're trying to talk about men getting pregnant, which if you want to look up that alley, that's fine, but you ain't outbreeding anybody. Come on, homie.
Can I get a witness? Can I get an amen?
Can I get a witness? Can I get an amen? This is very Old Testament, you know? Like, this, if you're barking up the Old Testament tree, you know, you're not a follower of Jesus, by the way, if you are. Just so you know, just so we're clear, if you're citing Leviticus and shit, like, oh, you don't believe in Jesus at all. You've discounted the New Testament, where Jesus is loosely quoted often in the red. But this is very Old Testament-y, you know? This is a guy saying, we're just going to outbreed him. We don't take no for an answer. You know, he should have followed up with that. Like, we don't take no shit from nobody. We don't take no for an answer. We're just outbreeding these boys. That's why we're regulating women's bodies and not criminalizing any of the Epstein class, because we gotta have that. And if you see, like, they even like made a fucking graph. Like, this is like smart or serious. You know what I mean? Like, no political graph should say having children. You understand what they're distracting you from, right? Instead of a graph being like, how many people are dying from lack of access to healthcare? It's over 65,000 a year here in America. Instead of being like, we really need access to healthcare so women feel safe to have babies in this country when they want to, if they want to. You know, they're just like, hey, man, we want to have kids. Like, these are not serious people. I would just say, like, that arms up thing, like, I do that sometimes to make fun of these assholes. These guys are doing it like it's a goddamn dance move.
Victory, ladies and gentlemen. Because the left, we're going to just outbreed them.
And by the way, he says the left, and then he says, have you ever seen a lib? The left, there is no left in America. There's no fucking far left. As somebody who can speak for the radical new woke left, which should be a band, you know? Remember the New Radicals or whatever? You get what you give. Great band. Great song, I should say. We should start a band called the New Radical Woke Left and just do radical songs like in pop fashion, you know, so catchy. And people are like, I kind of like that socialism music. Anyways, what was I talking about? This guy called liberals the left. This is also like where he shouldn't be taken as a serious person. Liberals are status quoers. They will defend Walmart's ability to price gouge you with no repercussions till the day they die. Why? Because they're in the other class. They're in the Epstein class. And this dude conflating liberals with leftists just shows you that these people can't be taken seriously. This is almost giving me a headache listening to this guy over and over again. I never listen to him, but we're hitting all the fucking Avengers, the revengers of the culture war Avengers.
Can I get a witness? Can I get an amen? We're just going to outbreed the left. You ever?
And if you're a woman in that audience cheering, you know, your thing should be sewn shut.
You ever met a lib? They're hideous.
They're hideous. Says the guy who is like going on Queer Eye for the queer guy, you know? Like, I'm sorry, we can't all fucking match our tie to our socks, bro. Some of us are trying to afford egg, but okay, whatever. What's going on in the comments? What's going on in the comments? Salty. Gonna be a first-time grandmother next month, and I'm scared to death for my daughter's health. Ooh, I read that in the wrong tone. My apologies. Well, congrats, and yeah. Horrifying, man. See, this is what I mean. It's like, well, they're talking about a culture war. There are people every day being like, you know, this is a dangerous country to give birth in. God damn, man. Oh, hold on. Goat's in here. Goat says, I love the Epstein class, and I will always defend my PDF file in chief Trump. Interesting take, man. Oh, you don't have to delete them all, Steffelson. Sometimes just let me make shit up and make them, you know, though they don't experience shame, but, you know, teach them what it is to come into someone's chat and think, I'm going to read what you actually say. I'll make shit up on the fucking fly and just make you sound stupid so people watching later are like, wow, what a weird guy Goat is. Let me go to his channel and find out what he's trying to support. You know what I mean? So that's why sometimes just let it happen. Conservatives need to apologize. Are you kidding me? There's nothing conservative about these people. They're fucking deep knee bends in the pickle patch, man. These people are all out for exile in Epstein Island. That's what I say. We exile them to Epstein Island. I don't want an apology. I want fucking vengeance at this point. I want justice isn't even good enough. I want, you know, if we can, justice means they go to El Salvadorian prisons. You know what I mean? Like all these Russian paid grifters and all the Bitcoin traders and the billionaire polymarket deal makers on the war, the only justice is going to an El Salvadorian prison. We won't even do a photo shoot there like Kristi Noem illegally fucking stole our tax money to do while she was cosplaying as some fake triot. Yes, the Clintons can go to El Salvador too. God damn it, man. The Clintons can go. Joe Biden. Well, Joe Biden's not in the Epstein files, but fuck yeah. Richard Branson, Woody Allen. Who else? You think I fucking care about the Clintons? You people are brain rotted, man. Stop thinking in red and blue. Start understanding that it's the top people and the bottom. And we got to be power bottoms, folks. We can't let those top people keep riding us as hard as they do. I'm doing this for Benny Johnson if he watches later. Ben, don't subscribe, though. Fuck you. Oh, it's funny. I don't like a lot of Bens. Like this one. Too much eyebrow. Where'd you get those eyebrows? Turkey? Were those implants? Did somebody get in your viral feed and they were like, you know, combing your eyebrows is really the sexiest thing men can do nowadays. power bottoms. Listen, I'm telling you, Nick, these people at the top, like this, you know, these Russian informants or whatever, they're riding us hard. We can't have these toppers ride us hard anymore. We got to push back. We got to be power bottoms. I don't know what that's reference to. I'm just saying, you know, it's the people at the top. We're at the bottom. Here, I'll show you the meme I show everybody, so you know what I'm talking about. I'm not just making this up. I don't know what's funny about it, you guys. Let me get the thing. See? We're not from the left or the right. We're from the bottom, and we're coming for those on top. That's why I get that, right? And we got to have power. We got to be power bottoms. What is that? Is that an innuendo for something? Benny Johnson, he might be chafing against the zipper right now. That dude. You stop it. I'm trying to be very serious. We're coming for those toppers. We're going to be powerful bottoms. Okay, everybody. I think that's going to be our rally cry. It might attract, you know, Benny Johnson and Marco Rubio. It might attract some people, but you know what? I think it's worth it. Anyways, I like the sign. Thank you. Thank you. Christopher, New York is doing awesome. Did you hear they're giving millions back to the workers who were robbed by Taco Bell and Dunkin' Donuts? Played that audio for last week. So next year, anybody with children before daycare, before preschool, can have their kids watched for free. They're putting in thousands of new bathrooms. So New York is doing great, man. Thanks for caring, even though you probably and definitely don't live in New York, and you're the same problem that Joe Rogan proposes when he has right-wing twatsies on, like Paul Liviere from Canada. And he's like, hi, I'm Joe Rogan. I live in Austin, Texas, and don't give a fuck about America. That's why I helped elect Donald Trump. But I'm really concerned about Canada. Canada's slipping away. It's like, Joe, you don't even fucking know where Canada is on a map, buddy. Come on. Come on, you don't care. This is placating to your hard right grifter twatsy audience. I'm happy for New York. Me too, man. And I'm a Charlie Kelly, Jesus. I don't know if I'm legally allowed to say that. He's a soggy bottom. I did it. Charlie said he's a soggy bottom. Hit the like if you say fuck Israel. Amen. Dan, too explicit. That's a cool name. Red states are the third worst hellholes. Our third world hellholes. Sorry, I screwed that up, Steffelson. What was I gonna say? We were talking about something. Oh, Joe Rogan. Joe, he feigns his care about Canada. It's like, oh, really? Then move there, Joe. Why don't you go there? Why did Jordan Peterson, Tom McDonald, all these Canadians come down here? Oh, that's right, because America is grift central. Jesus. The Kentucky, come on, Mr. Bucket, don't make me look this up. The Kentucky governor had to make a public service announcement telling Kentuckians they can't vote in the New York mayoral race. Well, you know, West Kentucky is one of the stupidest states ever. I put the guy in timeout till tomorrow. Amen. It's true about Kentucky? Oh, Jesus Christ. Guys, it's worse than we thought. Hey, from Oklahoma, we are near last in education because of the total Republican control. Yes. I do discuss that, although you have been replaced by West Virginia. They are officially last as of now, but Oklahoma was one. They want you dumber so you can't pay attention and you listen to people like Ben, I like Johnson, say, you know, we're going to outbreed them, and think that's anything other than stupid and unserious and wicked misogynistic. Good folks all over. Show some fucking respect, you Schwab. You sound like a pirate there. That's cool. That's what it says. That's a funny, somebody just said, who owns the country? And the funniest thing to me is people in MAGA had bumper stickers that said, take our country back. And every time I would go, from who? The rich Epstein class and Donald Trump and his dad and all of his friends have owned this country forever. These people really thought like, oh, these poor people are making all the rules and deciding to make egg more expensive. Like, it doesn't even make sense. But it's so funny that one of their mottos was take the country back. Yeah, we're gonna do that with a failed CEO, grifting fraud pervert who's in the Epstein. But yeah, that's the people we got to take it back from, you morons. Good God, folks. Bump, 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 bump. What is going on here? Here we go. Oh, later, Dusty. Good to see you. Awesome. Going to No Kings tomorrow. Oh, I had some audio of Dropkick Murphys, Ken Casey, talking about No Kings tomorrow, and that they've been a band that's been Antifa since '96. And he's like, sorry, some people just listen to the Ship Up to Boston and don't understand what we stand for, and don't hear any of our other pro-worker songs, but, you know, we're not going to change because you're dumb. That's essentially what it is. You could look it up. We played Smoking Blondie, who is here, and link in the description. I want to play you guys some Bunk Bed Coffin, Heart-Shaped Coffin, because it's Friday. Because it's Friday. He's also linked in the description. Thank you, Bunky, for letting us use your music. Just so Mike Hawk knows that when you say get right with Jesus, what that means is love people. Make sure they have health care. You don't deport women and children. You don't imprison or detention women and children. Let me put this up so you understand what I'm talking about. Because Jesus, where is it? Where is it? I did not get rid of it, did I? Did I? Motherfucker. No. I wanted my news story.
Forever dead to your priceless advice. Wait, I got a new complaint. Forever dead to your priceless advice. Your advice. Needing no kiss from no. Won't just yell.
Anyways, I don't have it, but it was a news story about ICE detaining a 5-year-old who was nonverbal. That's getting right with Jesus, being like, no 5-year-old should be detained. So when you say stuff like that, just make sure you're not Old Testamenting it, because that's what Jesus. It means feed the hungry, fucking clothe the people without clothes, house the homeless, and fucking ensure everybody can be resurrected like Lazarus. Anyways. Hey, wait, I got a new complaint.
Forever dead to your priceless advice. Hey, wait, I got a new complaint. Forever dead to your
By the way, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm doing this every single weekday.
Forever dead to your priceless advice. Hey, wait, I got a new
complaint. Protect the dolls and action figures. Over 90% of the people Obama deported have violent criminal connections. Only 5% Trump deported. I think it's lower than 5%. Do unto others as you would have done to you. Joel, that is the golden rule. That's why I say if they're going to deport people to Venezuela or Argentina or El Salvador, wherever we're deporting them, we should do unto them. That's just Jesus saying that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much, comrades, for joining up. Do unto others before they get a chance to do unto you. All right, guys. Please hit subscribe. Please hit the notification bell. I'm here every single weekday. Sometimes on the weekends, but every single weekday. Soulless! Let's connect. Have a beautiful weekend. Protest if you can. That's why Charlie Kelly Sardion. That's why Hold on, I watched Euro Channel more on 2 seconds today. They were asking if Jesus ate pork. I'd explain Jesus grew up as a Jew, or at least surrounded by. Oh, that Euro Channel. I gotta connect with somebody on that. But I can't even waste time with people like that. Like, if that's what you're fucking talking about, and you're not trying to figure out, like, how do we implement a better universal healthcare system than the world has? You know, we're not on the same level. Much love to you guys. Thank you for the support, and thank you for hanging with me. Have a beautiful, blessed weekend. Be good to each other. As they were saying, as Jesus says, do unto others as you want others to do to you. And be a power bottom.